Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Harness Tube. We're at the Brown County Fair, day 2 of harness racing. David, the Downstate Classic today for 2-year-olds.
We're home, Steve. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. We had a nice night last night with some horsemen, and we're out here ready for an exciting day of racing. We've got 12 races, the Downstate Classic. I think we counted 70+ thousand in purse money, so it should be a fun day of racing. All the big names are down here, so the 2-year-olds are going to fly.
And it should be a blast today. When you get this kind of money and you get the talent that we have in here today, it's going to be a huge day as far as harness racing is concerned.
You know, it changes the strategy a little bit. You know, this isn't just another fair race, quote unquote. This is one of your chances to make money this year. So you're going to see the drivers, definitely being aggressive as they need to be, appropriately for this purse money. So we'll see some fast racing. We'll see some competitive racing. And I hope it's just, up and down, nose to nose all day long.
Well, with that being said, we've still got some more racing for you this season yet. After today, we have 3 more dates of racing out there. And, David, why don't you talk about that?
Sure. We're going to be up in Morrison in a couple of weeks now. Dell Moldenauer, one of our fans in our chat, said he might give us a ride in the starting gate. But that's always a fun fair to go to. They love their horses up there. It's an old-time fair where I really appreciate the view of it. It's one of those places that you feel comfortable on. We're going to follow it up a couple weeks later in the Pana Tri-County Fair. They race 3 days over there to kind of end the season, kind of. We won't make the 3rd day, but we'll be there on August 30th and 31st to get you those races from Pana. That's another beautiful track. I went for the first time last year, and they had a really awesome kind of pop and beer tent going into the last turn in a big grassy area. Kids were playing, touch football while the races were going on, just kind of really picturesque type of place. So excited to hit up those two new tracks to add to the schedule this year.
Yeah, it will be fun. But where are we going to be on Labor Day?
Labor Day, I'm going to be at the horse sale. We can't make the Walker sale with Morrison on that day, but I'm going to end up taking that September 1st off to go to the Illini Classic sale. I always enjoy looking at yearlings and studying sale catalogs and watching the market fluctuate year to year. It's been surprisingly steady for a while, and in spite of everything in Illinois. So it tells you how many interested parties we have in the state to buy these animals and are interested in the program who live here. So the sale's coming up. Illini Classics on September 1st. Check it out if you're bored that day, if you're not having any kind of cookout barbecue plans, and you might have a little pocketbook in your back pocket.
Yeah, make the trip to Springfield to the State Fairgrounds for that one as we see what's going on there. And again, probably not going to advertise with us this year, as we've only got the 3 left. But
but we've been so hot and heavy lately that we had people come up and talk to us about getting in for next year. Some of our fans in the chat and other fellow horsemen talked about plans for next year, and it just kind of gets the wheels spinning, gets the conversations going. So we want to keep reminding you that 2026 is just around the corner.
Absolutely. As we get ready to go here, I'm trying to get driver changes in as David talks about the things on the calendar for us. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
Avenatti Racing, a 3rd-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email AvenattiRacing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Wait, before you go and get your snacks and drinks, make sure to subscribe and like to Harness Tube. If you can't do that, just give us a thumbs up. Alright, to the show.
Do you like to watch horse racing?
Yeah.
Do you not want to pay money for a stupid horse racing channel?
Yeah.
Are you sadly allergic to horses and you can't see them?
Yeah.
Well, introducing Harness Tube, established 2023.
Hey, I need to try this out.
You can watch it at your son's ball game.
Let's go, son.
You can watch it while eating. Last but not least, you can watch it while you're sleeping.
Yay, my horse won. Now, everybody, make sure you like and subscribe to Harness Tube and keep the notifications on for more Harness Tube streams or future videos or future posts. Anything that I care for. Anything at all. Even if it's just like a 1-second video of a horse doing a backflip. I don't know. But you get the point. So, I hope this video is very informational. And thank you for watching. Peace out.
All right, back with you as the David's boys, entertain us.
I keep telling we need to get Harrison's commercial chopped down a little bit. It's over a minute long, but it's always fun to watch those. I appreciate both Harrison and Theo wanting to help advertise and promote Harness Tube for everybody in the harness racing community here in Illinois. So it's fun to play those videos, and it's always fun to watch them. I want to thank our sponsors on the screen here. We have Boggs Audio from Waverly, Illinois. We see Boggs a lot early in the season for sure. Work with him. He always runs great sound for us and always gives us a hard time, which is appreciated whenever we're going around from fair to fair. Appreciate Stacy DeRoos following us along, too. Good to see him last night out at the at dinner with Roy.
Good old No Gas.
No Gas DeRoos. He can take an auction bid. He can drive a starting gate. He can do it all. And, of course, the U.S. Trotting Broadcast and Promotions Committee. They've been fantastic these last few years where they've had a bunch of grant money they've written out to organizations across the country to promote and broadcast extreme horse races and that kind of content, which is definitely the future, I believe, as we here at Harness Tube think that's going to be kind of how the sport pivots. Mike Titus, good to see him down at Charleston. Local guy there. There's a local business for you, Timewell Drainage Products, right here in Timewell, Illinois, maybe 8 miles down the road from us.
They sell drainage tile.
Drainage tile for field tile or city municipal tile. I can't say that
Or
word.
we've got it, see it on some top of chain link fences for baseball diamonds.
There's some, all these quarter-mile markers, eighth-mile markers are orange tile on 4x4 posts. You see them?
Yeah.
And on Tiffy's fence back there, so multi-use, some sort of polyvinyl carbonate, I'm sure, some sort of plastic tile. But from the backstretch, we want to hear what got you interested in horse racing. Drop in the chat. Was it a person? Was it a horse? Was it a track? Do you remember going to the local fair and being captivated by the trotters and pacers? Do you remember going to the barn with your grandpa? Was it a particular horse? Was it I'm trying to think back how far we want to go here. Was it Rambling Willie that got you interested? Was it Taser Gun more recently? Horses that really stuck out in your memory, you ended up following along and becoming fans of the sports. Drop them in the chat. We want to hear from you. We want to show your chats on the screen for everyone to share the memories. So,
making a driver changes out here. Looks like Mike Brink is driving a lot of his own horses today. That apparently he couldn't get anybody else to drive for him today.
He's a Brink. He's a little hard-headed, and if he doesn't like the drivers that he has, he's going to drive them himself.
And so, how old is Mike Brink?
I think the program says 72. Does that sound right?
72 yesterday. Yes, I think that's what was in the vote. The advantage is when you put TBA in there, there's no age next to it.
Exactly.
So your age never gets put there.
Yeah. See, you can skate by and not reveal your cards, or your age.
Yeah.
But if you program yourself, everyone's going to see.
I want to thank our donors out there. We could not do this without donors, and there are people that are not on here. David, people just walk up to us and say, we don't want to be on the donor slide. We just want to thank you for what you're doing, and we are thankful for all of that. That keeps it free to us. And as David said last night, we had some of the donors and some of the horse people. We had dinner with them last night and had a wonderful time with that. You went out to see some things. I'll get that picture up here before long. But just a wonderful evening.
And you mentioned it. People who don't even want recognition, they want to stay anonymous, but they come up and tell us how much they appreciate it. We've had donors come back and donate more than once in the same season. More than one person who just felt so compelled. They appreciated so much. They handed another wad of cash or give us another check, and all those things that make us feel good and knowing that we're appreciated and we're wanted around here, and the horsemen letting us know for sure.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Make plans now to attend the 27th Annual Illini Classic Yearling Sale, which takes place on Labor Day at the Illinois State Fairgrounds in Springfield. Once again this year, the catalog will offer not only a strong lineup of Illinois-conceived and foaled yearlings, but also an excellent supporting cast of colts and fillies eligible to other state-bred programs in the Midwest and on the Eastern Seaboard. It's the Illini Classic Yearling Sale, Monday, September 1st, beginning at 11 a.m. Central.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts. If you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out kerrauction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
2024 Illinois County Fair Training Champion. Kev Miller's horses are built to win, and it all starts here. Ready to join a winning team? Call Kev at 217-254-0170 or send a message to the email address on the screen to learn more. Kev Miller Stables. Train to win.
Yoder Custom Woodworking was started in 1995 by the Yoder family as a retail Amish furniture store in Sullivan, Illinois. They offer custom kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, built-in office and bathroom cabinetry, and offer a wide range of Amish furniture. Their store is located at 1117 West Jackson Street in Sullivan, Illinois, with store hours Tuesday through Friday 9 to 4:30 and Saturday 9 to 3. For more information, contact Yoder Custom Woodworking at 217-728-2166.
All right, David, back up as some of our banner ads run here. Again, 12 races on the card for you today. The last three are the least, what I want to say, financially, they're overnight races for $1,000.
And for anyone who's not maybe familiar, overnight being just that the only condition to enter the race is you can enter overnight. You don't have to make any prior obligations to the race. You don't have to stake the stake to the race as a juvenile, a youngster, a yearling or weanling, or make any nomination payments. You just go ahead and enter the race as conditioned in the condition sheet.
Now, do they still have to be do it 3 days ahead like everybody else?
Yep. Sometimes every place can kind of some pari-mutuel tracks will draw once a week, so they'll draw their 3 or 4 days of racing Monday morning to race maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever. But yeah, it's all at one time, and whether it be a stake race or a condition race, you got to enter that 72-hour box.
Okay. All right, getting quite a few of our ads here. In fact, we're going to get Kerr's in again here. I want to let you know about Kerr Auction Company as they get ready to come up here. Kerr Auction Company does farm equipment, all kinds of equipment, storage buildings, tools, and their auctions are available online and in person throughout the United States. They've been in Nevada, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, all over the place. And you can go to kerrauction.com, download their app, and check out the inventory and bid from that app. And you said you could put in what you want for your highest bid, and it will automatically.
In notifications, so if you want a notification like an hour before that item closes, it can send you, a reminder letting you know, hey, this item that you were interested in is about ready to go for sale. Do you want to go ahead and maybe up your bid or not? So it's a great idea, a great concept working for Kerr, and we appreciate them following us along here at Harness 2. But I know we have some fans up in Wisconsin. I'm looking at you guys up there. They'll be up in your direction. Looks like Thorpe, Wisconsin on August 28th. So if you're a Northern Horseman, and maybe check that out.
Yeah, they may have horse trailers, different things. You never know what they're going to have.
Horsemen usually have farms. They have to bale hay and whatnot. Yep. So they.
Okay, we'd like for you to like and subscribe to the channel. We got over the 1,000 mark, which I was glad to do here before the end of the season.
It feels good, and I my goal was by the end of the season you pushed the gas on that, Steve, and I appreciate it because we hit it. Good to see Leanne Shin down here in the grandstand today, but yeah, we hit that $1,000 subscriber threshold, and it really kind of, Harrison was proud. He sent me a congratulative text message, so it's always nice to kind of hit those milestones.
Yeah, we've got people here from all over the state because they have heard us talk about this all year long, David, as we talk about the races that are coming up and going to happen. So let's go ahead while we got an opportunity here, maybe to handicap this first race. I'll tune Ed up so we'll know when things are coming up there.
I've got a driver's change for you, Steve.
Okay. All right. And what is that? Where is it?
So go to race 10.
Race 10. Okay.
The 2, Annie. Make the driver J.J. Carter.
J.J. Carter, okay.
And if you want to, is race 1 up? You want me to handicap?
Yeah, go ahead and handicap.
While you're doing that, let me flip back to my program so I can get the right numbers here. Today's first race is the Downstate Classic for 2-year-old filly trotters, first division, racing for a purse of $7,907. This being the Gary Wilkerson and J. Harold Memorial. Let's look at the selections here. I went the 3-horse on top using Shady Maple Chick out of the Tom Simmons barn. This horse is fresh off a win at Altamont in the Jeffers Stake. 2-8-2. Pretty big last quarter, though, caught my attention. 28-4 over that half-mile track at the Effingham County Fair. That horse looks to be coming into its legs at the right time of year, right as we gear up for State Fair season. My second choice was the 1, No Flies on Me, for Jamaica Patton and Isaac Love driving this one. This horse has won 4 times in 7 starts this year, made over $10,000. Been super consistent on the fairs. Tough to overlook here. My third choice, the 6, Best Bet Betting Valor, out of the Gerald Hansen trainee owned by Shelley Steele of Moni, getting Mike Cox in the bite today. This horse was a nice second place finish by 3 parts of a length to first start out. Came last quarter in 31 seconds, trotting a mile in 2-3 and 3. I think this horse is just kind of coming into form. This is being a prep race for maybe the State Fair, so I think we're going to maybe uncork a nice mile here. So I went 3-1-6. Our guest selections today being special guest selections. Young Charlie Butch Bowen, Doug's 3-year-old son, would be doing selections for us today. He had a good time making his picks this morning in the barn area. He had a pretty unique strategy. Let's see if you can catch on. But he went 1-2-4 in this race, using 1, No Flies on Me on top. Broadway Legacy is second, and 4, Tough Class for third. Where are the Surratts at?
Surratts are sitting almost alike. We picked the 1 just like Charlie did, so I'm hoping Charlie's right, and you get left in the dust here right out of the gate.
Okay, we've got to shake it up.
McCaskill, if you're
then
around,
the 5.
we'd like to have you up here at the judges' stand. Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
The 5 horse, and then I went with the 6 for third in Best Bet Betting Valor, and Lisa went with the 3 horse Shady Maple Chick. And so they're getting ready for the Star Spangled Banner up here as Alan McCaskill is getting, and so we'll have some of the pre-race stuff here in a moment.
Real quick, we asked for memories, and I got an email. We had our friend Andrea Simonton, Greg. She's drove up from Decatur area today. She said she got interested in horse racing when she was about 2 years old. Her dad took her to Sullivan. There's a training track owned by the Moody's, and one of the horse caretakers was an older man named Salty, and he let her feed peppermints to the horses, and she always remembers that. We'll throw it back to Ed for today's
Brown County Fair. Today we
pre-race
have the
festivities.
Downstate Classic, one of the most prominent series of races at any county fair. We host them here again this year for the 3rd consecutive year. First field is due on the backstretch here momentarily. We'll be looking for No Flies on Me, Broadway's Legacy, Shady Maple Chick, Tough Class, Broadway in Lieu, and Best Bet Betting Valor. Rich day, 12 races in all here this afternoon. Don't forget, we got a Pick the Winner contest. Coupons in your race program. We'll be giving away $25 per race, $25 if you pick the winner and your coupon is drawn out. And then at the end of the race card, if you're still here, and we got a great card right to the end today, so you want to wait around. But at the conclusion of the races, there will be three drawings, two for $250 each, and that final drawing for $500 from the losing Pick the Winner contest a coupon. So be sure and play that Pick the Winner contest. $25 per races for each one of our 12 races, and then $1,000 will be given away at the conclusion of the program. If you'd please stand now and face the flag in the infield, let's remember our veterans and men and women serving our great country throughout the world as we honor America with the national anthem. And once again, Alan McCaskill's here with Marlene Loomis and Marilyn Suckman with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job. Charlotte Kruger snuck in there, so that was Alan McCaskill, Marilyn Suckman, Marlene Loomis, and Charlotte Kruger with our national anthem. First race this afternoon is the Gary Wilkerson and J. Harold Memorial. Lost Gary and Jay way too young, both very active here at the Brown County Fair for many years. This first race, the Wilkerson Harold Memorial. We will parade them. We will parade the horses here today, horsemen. No changes in race number one. Race number one is clean. In race number two, race two, number 6, Lou's Little Mermaid, will now be driven by Mike Brink. Second race, the 6 will be driven by Mike Brink. In race 3, number 2, Lou's Transporter, will be driven by Matt Avanetti. Race 3, the 2, change the driver to Matt Avanetti. No changes in race number 4. In race number 5, number 2, Captain Gal, will be driven by Mike Brink. Race 5, the 2 will be driven by Mike Brink, and the 3 by Jordan Patton. Jordan Patton on the 3. Those are the early changes. We'll have more a little later.
If I could have your attention just one moment. If our 2025 Miss Brown County, Hallie Sefton, could please stand. And everyone, if you could please see her. She's the waving, beautiful woman with the crown on top of her head. And today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Queen Hallie. Can we get a happy birthday? Happy, Alan, happy birthday. Sing it from up there.
Horses are out now for the first race. We'll parade them. Horsemen get in behind Isaac, and we'll parade each one of our 12 races today.
Get your pick of winners in for race number 1. Get your pick of winners in for race number 1. Throughout the day, we got 12 really good races today. I'm going to try my best to help you pick out a winner. I have a record of about 20 to 30%, so don't count on it. This is more for fun. But here's who I got. I like 3 horses in race number 1, starting with the 1 horse, No Flies on Me. Won his last race in 209 and 2 in Altamont. Then I like the 3 horse, Shady Maple Chick, and the 5 horse, Broadway and Lou. I think coming from the rail, number 1, No Flies on Me is your top pick here. Good luck. Get your winners in.
I want to give another quick shout out to Jill Marshall, that being Sam Hodgett's daughter. She came again today. She enjoyed it so much. She's taking care of pick winners in the red helmet.
Memorial First Division for 2-year-old filly trotters in the Downstate Classic Series. Number 1, No Flies on Me, owned by Jamaica Patton of Rochester. D&J Racing of Terry, Mississippi. Jamaica Patton, the trainer with Isaac Love. 2 is Broadway's Legacy, owned by Darren and Georgianne Tournier of Liberty. Michelle Blackburn of Springfield. Mike Brink trains and drives. 3, Shady Maple Chick, owned by Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana. Benita Simmons of Springfield and Chad Engel of Wright City, Missouri. Tom Simmons, the trainer. Casey Leonard will drive. 4 is Tough Class, owned by Jacob Radel of Edgewood. Jacob Radel, the trainer driver. Number 5 is Broadway and Lou, owned by the Flacco Family Farms Limited of Alexis. Steve Cyril and Brian Cote of Grant Park in Bradford. Steve Cyril, the trainer with Wyatt Avenetti. Number 6, Best Bet Betting Valor, owned by Shelley Steele of Moni. Jerry Hansen is the trainer with Mike Cox driving. $7,907 at stake here in the first race. These Downstate Classic races today feature the best Illinois-bred 2-year-olds the state has to offer in their final prep before the Illinois State Fair Colt Stakes. State Fair starts this Thursday. First leg of the State Fair Colt Stakes, the eliminations for the $35,000 finals are on Friday. And you'll see almost all of these 2-year-olds racing here today in the Downstate Classic at the Illinois State Fair starting this coming Thursday. Scott Halpin, who's the Bureau Chief of Illinois County Fairs and Horse Racing, is with us today here at the Brown County Fair for the Downstate Classic, as is the longtime Secretary Treasurer of the Downstate Classic, Leanne Shen. The 1, No Flies on Me, already a winner of almost $11,000 this year, has won 4 of her 7 starts. She's trained by Jamaica Patton over at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Jamaica waiting for the Illinois State Fair to pick up his 1,000th driving win. The trainer of No Flies on Me, Jamaica Patton, often drives his pupils, but he has 999 lifetime wins, and he's waiting to pick up that 1,000th win next week at the Illinois State Fair. 2-year-old filly trotters in the Gary Wilkerson and J. Harold Memorial are in behind the starting gate. Stacy DeRoos driving the gate. Roy Finn, the starter, facing the horses, and the field's at the head of the stretch. Gate will start picking up speed now. We'll start 5 across. The 6th horse in the back tier. Off stride is a Tough Class. The rest of the field is off and trotting. On the inside, No Flies on Me. Away second is Broadway's Legacy. Casey Leonard driving between horses. Shady Maple Chick has now made the front 3 wide. Going into the first turn, Broadway's Legacy's off stride. Broadway's Legacy's made a break. It's Shady Maple Shady Maple Chick leading by a length and a half. No Flies on Me is back there second. Broadway and Lou is trotting a third as we race up the back stretch. Running there fourth is still Broadway's Legacy as they move past the quarter-mile marker into the upper turn the first time. First quarter was in 32 2/5 of a second. Shady Maple Chick, the Southwind Chroma filly, leads by a tight length. No Flies on Me is right there second. As they move past the 3/8 mile market, Broadway in Lieu is trotting third. Racing fourth is the Best Bet Betting Valor. And back trotting but trailing is Broadway's Legacy, or actually trailing is Tough Class, but Broadway's Legacy is back trotting there fifth as they move past the half-mile marker. Shady Maple Chick by a length and a quarter. Half and 106 flat. 106 to the half. They trot over to the 5/8 mile marker. It's Shady Maple Chick looking for her second win of the year. She leads by a length. No Flies on Me right there. Second, thinking about tipping to the outside as they move past the 5/8 mile marker. Back there, third, Broadway on Lieu. Fourth on the inside, Best Bet Betting Valor. Racing, fifth is Broadway's Legacy and Tough Class, the trailer. We got a quarter of a mile to go, and they're trotting fast now, folks. Shady Maple Chick on the inside by a length. No Flies on Me is right there, second. 138 flat off the 3/4, and Shady Maple Chick has found another gear. She opens up 2.5 now, 3 at the head of the stretch for veteran Casey Leonard. It's Shady Maple Chick looking real strong here in the stretch. Trotting a little wide in the better footing here, and it's all Shady Maple Chick. She wins it by 5. No Flies on Me home second. Broadway in Lieu is there third. Then we got Broadway Legacy of fourth. Best Bet Betting Valor and Tough Class. 206 flat. 206 flat for that trotting mile.
Just a reminder that you will place your pick a winner ticket after the conclusion of the previous race. So make sure that you do not put your race 4 ticket in until race 4.
Bring myself up here. What a nice start to Downstate Classic Day. Shady Maple Chick 206 flat last quarter. Does that say 28 seconds flat? What a monster mile for Casey Leonard, Tom Simmons trainee, Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana, and Benita Simmons of Springfield. Chad Angle, what does it say? Chad Angle of Wright City, Missouri. Good to see you there, bud.
That mile was in 206, folks, but the last half was in a minute flat. The last quarter in 28 seconds flat.
My mouth was right.
2.6 for the mile. Fractions of 32 and 2, 106, 138, 206. The last half in a minute. The last quarter in 28 seconds. I don't know that I ever remember a 2-year-old trotter of either sex trotting a quarter here in 28 seconds. Shady Maple Chick, very, very impressive here. She'll mark herself as one of the favorites, if not the favorite, for the Rich Illinois State Fair Colt Stakes coming up next week. Very impressive mile. Families of the late Gary Wilkerson and Jay Harold coming trackside now. Both Gary and Jay very, very active in events here at the Brown County Fair. Speedy's down there from the Tom Simmons barn. And Snyder coming trackside. Very impressive mile here. Tom Simmons has been supplying horses here at the Brown County Fair for some 50 years. Tom Simmons, the trainer of Shady Maple Chick, is the winningest driver. Tom's pretty much turned over the driving chores to other people, but Tom is the winningest driver in the history of the Brown County Fair, and we've been racing horses here since 1878. Here's Shady Maple Chick, folks, the winner of our first race, owned by Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana, Benita Simmons of Springfield, and Chad Angle of Wright City, Missouri, trained over at the Illinois State Fairgrounds by Tom Simmons, driven by the year after year leading driver here in the state of Illinois, Casey Leonard. Shady Maple Chick, folks, picks up a new lifetime record of 206. Last half in a minute, last quarter in 28 seconds flat. Let's give him a big hand, folks. Watch the horses warming up. Watch the horses warming up. Our Fair royalties all down there. Our Queen, Hallie Sefton, our Junior Miss, Marley Cassing, Little Miss, Lindy Croxton, and Little Mr. Luke Shear, all down there in Victory Lane, and they'll be with us all afternoon here for the Downstate Classic.
I'm going to grab a quick word here from Casey Leonard. Casey, obviously one of the top drivers in Illinois for a number of years right now, usually driving up in the big tracks up in Chicago. What's it like to come back here and drive at these county fairs?
It's really nice. I mean, everybody's really accommodating. The track and crew does a great job, and it's just great to be back and see everybody at the county fairs.
All right, well, I think we're going to see you down here a lot today, so good luck out there. Congratulations. Casey Leonard.
All right. So we've got some winners.
All right, David and I are coming back as they do the pick a winner, and we'll keep waiting for official out there. But David comes out on top with 15 points out of the gate for the pick'ems. I only got 2. Lisa got 3. She got all 3 in the box, but poor Charlie just won there, and you'll notice a style with Charlie's picks.
You'll pick it up on it pretty quick, I think.
The thing is let's see if he gets more points than Brady Strock got when he was the guest picker.
He might. I tell you what.
David's just hoping he isn't beat by a 3-year-old today.
I've been beat by
and
a
it's
horse.
not a horse.
We'll throw it Ed for.
Number 1, No Flies on Me finished second. Number 2, Broadway's Legacy was fourth. Number 3, Shady Maple Chick, your winner. Number 4, Tough Class was sixth. Number 5, Broadway and Lou finished third. And number 6, Best Bet Betting Valor was fifth. First quarter was in 32-2, the half in 106, 3/4 in 138, the mile in 206 flat. Race 1 checks down 2:41, 6:35 on the bottom. That trotting mile in 206 flat with the last quarter in a remarkable 28 seconds flat. Up next, race number 2, the second division for the 2-year-old trotting fillies in the Downstate Classic Series. Number 6, Lou's Little Mermaid, will be driven by Mike Brink.
All right, David, real quick before we go to commercial here.
Yeah.
You got paid up on a bet from down in Altamont.
I sure did, and I have to say he's an honest man and he's a good guy, and the proof of it's in the pudding. There is the lemonade shakeup via Rob Ridoff's little bet to me. We're down at Altamont. We had a little friendly side bet, we'll call it, when we were doing our pick'ems, and I'll tell you, Rob, this lemonade shakeup is really hitting the spot today. And I think it's probably because it's free. So
man, I'm thinking I should have beat him and bet him.
Well, you didn't bet him, so
yeah.
But it tastes good, Rob. I appreciate it, and you're an honest man. But I'll tell you what, I'll keep telling people that.
And had a little fun. The horsemen had a little fun here last night.
They did.
As you were out at the hotel spying on things.
Yeah, we went out to the Irish House where a lot of the horsemen were staying, and they were playing this little horse racing game that was like a card game that you had cards and poker chips. And, oh, my gosh, they were having such a good time. Everything was turning into a harness racing-related joke. You can see right there on the screen how much fun they were having. But I tell you what, it's a cutthroat game, and you can lose a lot of money real quick. Thankfully,
lose a lot of chips real quick, right?
We got Banker Lane over there, which floating a lot of people some money. I think he came out ahead for the night, but they had a good time. And I tell you what, those group, the Walker and Avenettis, have known how to have fun, absolutely. And we're out there probably till late last night, but either way, we're glad they came down to stay with us here in Brown County and stay overnight for both days.
Yep. With all the nights we spend on the road, we don't get to spend too much time unless we get back to the barn Usually they're unloading horses, warming up horses when we get there, and when we're done, they're trying to load up and get the heck out of
Dodge. The horse can
Dodge.
ship in and ship out, and it's pretty quick turnaround. But, they have long drives. They all stable pretty far away, so to get a chance to sit together in friendship and camaraderie, and a little socialization is always a good thing.
All right, with that, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email avenattiracing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
David, as we get ready here, I'll leave Ed up now with the other stuff out of the way because we'll be doing post parades here really quick. But as we get through our stuff here, main thing is I'd like for you to like and subscribe to the channel. That lets us know who's out there watching is one of the things we like to know out there. But if you subscribe, you also get if you go to the notifications and turn them on, you will get notified when we go on the air each and every time.
And we all know that, horse racing is subject to weather and things change. So if you want up-to-date reminders of when we're going to be live, just go ahead and subscribe to that, and you'll always be cued in whenever we hit that live button and the races start.
All right, with that, I understand some people are missing me in the broadcast over there that I wasn't talking enough.
I guess so. He was doing a lot of drivers changes and book work, and so we were kind of tag teaming the duties here, and I was trying to fill while Steve was doing his computer tasks. But do I have Charlie's picks? Yeah, they weren't typed in there, but
they're not.
No, I just was make sure I had them written down so I could go with them.
I've got them in over.
You want me to go ahead and handicap?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, hang on a second. Give me Charlie's. I don't know how I missed race 2.
Well, I can type it. Or you
can. And then I'll have to check them from here on out because I may be one race off. All right, race 2, what did he pick?
Here's 1, 2, 3. That should be easy to memorize, easy to remember.
3. All right.
Our friend Bridget's in the chat saying the great memories of staying all night at the fairs back in the days. We used to stay in the trailers, in the stalls, in the tack rooms, what have you, and I think we all remember it fondly for sure. Let's handicap today's second race. After Tiffy.
Missouri and Raymond Bullard Memorial. Second division for 2-year-old filly trotters in the Downstate Classic Series. You're all out.
Real quick, I went 4-3-1 in this race. Little Charlie Butch went 1-2-3, sticking to his betting scheme. If you figured it out yet, where the Surratts at, real quick?
We both picked a 4-horse with you, and we both picked the 2-horse. And that
Fat
we like
man,
lose Venom there. Yeah, we like Fat Man on that horse. And Rashawn Trigg, I think
so 12-year-old Corey
both of us kind of like
on her
Trigg.
buckskin gelding Junebug.
And so also
leading the field here postward for race number 2. Number 1 is Little Brindle, owned by Kelly Joe and Tony Joe Bell of Windsor. Matt Avenatti, the trainer driver. 2 is Lose a Venom, owned by the Flacco Family Farms of Alexis. Roshan Trigg trains with Jaquavian Carter. Number 3 is a Pony Chrome, owned by the Equine Spa Limited of Marion, Iowa. Jeff Carey of Columbus Junction. Richard Schrock is a trainer with Casey Leonard. Number 4, Watch Me Zoom, owned by Shelley Steele of Moni. Sam Lilly's Lilly Racing Stable of Downers Grove. Gerald Hansen is the trainer with Mike Cox. Number 5 is Chrome's Heather, owned by Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana. And the Maydays and Benita Simmons of Hollywood, California. and Springfield, Illinois. Tom Simmons trains and Wyatt Evanetti driving. Number 6, Lou's Little Mermaid, owned by Darren and Georgianne Tournier of Liberty. Michelle Blackburn of Springfield. Mike Brink, the trainer and the driver. Mike Brink driving the 6.
Should be another really competitive trot here. If you're keeping track at home, I'm 0 for 1. 0 for 1 so far with picks, so let's try it again. I like the 3-horse in this one, Pony Chrome, again driven by Casey Leonard. Third, second, and second in its first 3 lifetime starts, but I think it gets its first win of the year here. Then I also like the 4-horse, Watch Me Zoom, second its last race in 59-1 in Springfield, 1 in its trot before that in 2 minutes and 4. I think those are the 2 horses to beat, but I'm going to pick the 3-horse, Pony Chrome, and we're going to see Casey Leonard down in the winner's circle again.
Five on the gate. Lou's Little Mermaid will start in the back tier here in the Lozelle, Missouri Raymond Bullard Memorial. $7,907 at stake here in the second division of the Downstate Classic for 2-year-old filly trotters. Again, you're seeing the very best Illinois-bred 2-year-olds that the state has to offer here this afternoon in their final prep before the upcoming Illinois State Fair. Little Brendel, Matt Evanetti, Lou's Venom, Jaquavian Carter, Pony Chrome and Casey Leonard. Watch Me Zoom, Mike Cox, Chrome's Heather, Wyatt Evanetti, Lou's Little Mermaid, Mike Brink. Two-year-old trotting fillies, race number 2 at the head of the stretch. The gate will start picking up speed. Here they come. Great start, couldn't have been any better. They're off and trotting. They're going about 4 wide into that first turn. Casey Leonard and Pony Chrome down on the inside with the lead. Racing a second is Watch Me Zoom. Those 2 race into the first turn. Dropping over there third is Chrome's Heather. Racing fourth, Little Brendel as they head up the backstretch, racing towards that quarter-mile marker. Casey on the inside with Pony Chrome. On the outside, now getting the lead is Watch Me Zoom. Watch Me Zoom with the lead by a half a length. Pony Chrome on the inside right there second as they trot past the quarter in 33 seconds flat. Off the quarter, 33 seconds on the outside by a half a length. It's Watch Me Zoom. On the inside, Pony Chrome is right there second. Chrome's Heather is racing third. Little Brendel tips to the outside there fourth. As they race towards a half-mile marker, racing fifth, Lou's Venom, and sixth is Lou's Little Mermaid. They're at the half-mile marker. It's Watch Me Zoom by a length. Right back out and going. Here comes Pony Chrome. On the inside, trotting third is Chrome's Heather. The half and 104 flat. 104 off the half. They're at the draw gate, and Casey Leonard's on the move with Pony Chrome. Pony Chrome takes over now by 3 parts of a length. Watch Me Zoom is racing second. Little Brendel racing well. She's with the leaders third. Fourth on the inside is Chrome's Heather. Racing fifth on the inside. Racing up the backstretch there is Lou's Venom, and Lou's Little Mermaid is the trailer. It's Pony Chrome on the inside. Little Brendel looms up there pretty boldly on the outside there second. On the inside, Pony Chrome, 3/4 and 135 and 1. They turn for home. It's Chrome's Heather making a break out there, so we got a 2-horse race. It's Pony Chrome and Little Brendel. Pony Chrome now by a length. Little Brendel's right there second. They're in the stretch. It's still Pony Chrome, the Southwind Chrome filly, over Little Brendel, another Southwind Chrome, and they're going to finish 1-2. Pony Chrome wins it for Casey Leonard. Little Brendel was home second. Lou's Venom home third, followed fourth by Chrome's Heather. That mile, 2:05 1/5. 2:05 1/5.
Congratulations to the connections. I just realized this is a Rick Schrock trainee. I saw Tina coming down from the judges stand. I get a little buzz feedback from my headset. I'm going to have to mess with some. Okay. Congratulations, Casey Leonard, Rick Schrock, Equine Spa LLC, Marion, Iowa. Thomas Jeff Carey of Columbus Junction, Iowa. Jeff's dad just recently passed away. Those of you who knew Dudley Carey, Keith Carey was 4 years old and still a spry 104 up till the end. So what a nice fitting win here for the connections in the Downstate Classic in Mount Sterling, going for a purse of nearly $8,000. Nice mile here, 2:05 I think I got that time right and didn't mishear it, but congratulations to all the connections, especially the Schrock family, close friends of ours. We hung out with them last night. Getting the big win here at the Downstate always means a lot. Brady out there to catch his dad's horse.
Last half in 1:01 1, last quarter in 30 seconds flat. This is the Lozelle, Missouri Raymond Bullard Memorial. Their families are trackside with our fair royalty, joined down there by Emma Schrock and Brady Schrock. Curtis Carey's down there. Pony Chrome is a 2-year-old daughter of Southwind Chrome from Cordell Oz by Cadabra, owned by the Equine Spa Limited of Marion, Iowa. Jeff Carey of Columbus Junction, Iowa. Casey Leonard wins both of our first 2 races here today. Jeff Carey from over in Columbus Junction. Raced for many years here at the Brown County Fair. His son Curtis down there with Pony Chrome. Curtis's grandfather, Jeff's father, Keith Carey, just passed away in the last month at 102 years old, I believe. 102 years old. I talked to him about a year ago, and he was proud that he just bought another horse at over 100 years old. He was an institution in Iowa and the Midwest. We salute the late Keith Carey with the win here in the Downstate Classic for a very impressive Pony Chrome, 2:05 last half and 1:01 last quarter in 30 seconds flat. Results of that second race now official. Number 1, Little Brundle was second. Number 2, Loose Venom finished third. Number 3, Pony Chrome, the winner. Number 4, Watch Me Zoom was fifth. Number 5, Chrome's Heather finished fourth. Number 6, Lose Little Mermaid was sixth. First quarter was in 33 seconds. The half in 1:04. 3 quarters in 1:35 1. That trotting mile was in 2:05 1/5 of a second. Race 2 checks down from the top. 2:31.54, 6 on the bottom. First lifetime win and a new record for Pony Chrome, 2:05 1/5.
All right, David. Actually, the highest point getter on that, Charlie.
Charlie, 1, 2, 3.
He got all 3 in the box.
Yep. But I tell you what, Brady's back here giving me a hard time for not picking the Schrock stable in that one. And I said I picked him second, but I said, well, now I know better. That horse raced a nice mile for Casey and Rick out there. Last half in, a minute and a second. Last quarter in 30 seconds flat. Over a half-mile track this time of the season. That's a nice mile. So congratulations to the connections, absolutely.
Absolutely. Good race there with that, we'll take a station break, and then we'll be back with the things for race 3.
Felt like we were about due.
Yoder Custom Woodworking was started in 1995 by the Yoder family as a retail Amish furniture store in Sullivan, Illinois. They offer custom kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, built-in office and bathroom cabinetry, and offer a wide range of Amish furniture. Their store is located at 1117 West Jackson Street in Sullivan, Illinois, with store hours Tuesday through Friday 9 to 4:30 and Saturday 9 to 3. For more information, contact Yoder Custom Woodworking at 217-728-2166.
Wait, before you go and get your snacks and drinks, make sure to subscribe and like to Harness Tube. If you can't do that, just give us a thumbs up. Alright, to the show.
All right, David, back with us as we head into the third race of the day. 12 total for you today. At least 9 of those the Downstate Classic part of the race.
It's funny. I have a little more energy for 12 today as I did yesterday. It seems like we kind of bounced back.
We know that tomorrow is
going to be a little break.
Yeah,
we got 2 weeks at most.
Poor David has to go to work tomorrow. At least they're saying, we're not doing crap tomorrow. In fact, I had somebody mowing my yard for me, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mine looks like I mowed it with a chainsaw out there, but it's knocked down, and so that's at least another week in the books. But yeah, I got to go back to work on the state's dime tomorrow and do some auditing, it looks like.
Got to go back and make the money so you can afford to do this,
exactly, right?
To pay for your
That's how you play the sport game. You got to have a different business first.
The one thing I want to tell you, David, though, the investment that you have in Harness Tube is far less than you'd have if you were invested in a horse and you weren't doing this.
You're probably right.
So this is taking the place and financially a little more secure.
Don't have to pay training bills and feed the thing every month.
And there's an opportunity to actually break even in this a little more than on the horse side of things.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not getting much pity in the chat because Eric Plowman says, "Oh, poor David," if it ever load up over here on the YOLO, but. I appreciate you following along, Eric, and hey, some of us working for the state, it's not fun work, it's not glamorous, but we'd have to do it, you know.
Folks, just think about who his boss is, okay? I'll just, and I don't mean the guy next up from me, but never mind. Did I say that? I'm sorry. That was Steve Surratt's opinion, not the opinion of
Disclaimer, we're good. I think we're safe on that.
Oh.
Hey, I tell you what, if he wants me to become his fan, he can get this legislation passed to get the 35-mile rule opened up and a new track built, and I would become a huge fan.
Well, I think he'd get a lot of fans at that point.
Absolutely.
But send us those messages. We love hearing from you. From the backstretch, that's one of our fun things that we get to do.
And being around the horsemen so much this week, we've heard stories from them how much they enjoy the ribbing and the conversations. They want to give us a hard time too. So, well, here's Eric's next comment. He says, "Yeah, I feel bad for you Illinois guys. He left the state a few years ago, Steve, so he doesn't get much of a vote anymore."
Well, his IQ went up in my book just by a whole bunch. He's smarter than the rest of us.
He booked it back to Iowa, where I think his family came from. I just saw your dad Wayne, Eric. Eric, I saw your dad, Wayne, in the program at Altamont for being the driver's champion in like 1980-some. So good memories there, Wayne Plowman.
Yeah, I mean, David.
I don't want to hear it, Lane.
Going on to another subject, the crowd here is better than yesterday.
The crowd's
fantastic. Just a really nice crowd today. And, boy, we're not only do we have more here, but look down there in the first turn. I mean, it is packed down there.
When I was a kid, I remember seeing that from the draw gate to draw gate, about 4 deep it seemed like. So, the tradition of racing in Brown County, it runs deep, and the fans know how to turn out. And that's just a nice area. Under the trees in a little beer tent / yard chair area. Sometimes it's a little more comfortable than these grandstands.
I think I found David Evanetti found that shade tree over next to the ham sandwiches over there.
Yeah, he was sitting by Mom, I think, earlier talking with her, keeping her company. So they were having fun, probably chatting about the kids and whatnot.
Yeah, because basically, other than the boys driving today, the Avanettis don't have any horses. They raced all theirs yesterday, and they're just here for pure enjoyment today again.
And loving being here,
Yeah. It's great. This atmosphere, folks, and the weather today, if you didn't come out to the fair today, you missed it.
This is the day to make it. With all the purse money, with the weather, there's a nice breeze.
All the food stands are open this year.
Food stands are open. I tell you what, we're having a blast out here, and I think the horsemen are too, because you look around and the grandstand is talking about, they're looking at the programs, they're excited. And the horses go by, they're cheering, so it's a lot of fun, and we're putting on a good card, and it makes you proud to come home and see some good racing.
All right, let's talk about race 3.
Sure, I went 6-1-2 in this race. I used the 6 on top. This horse maybe a little special treatment here. This was the one that helped Steve Cyril get that 1,000th training win. He had the mother of this horse, BC, as well, so I like this horse. 3 starts, 2 wins. My second choice was the 1. Listen to Me Nelson out of Tom Simmons Bard for Casey. 1 start, 1 win. My third choice, Lose Transporter for Steve Cyril. He trains this horse himself. Charlie went 1-2. I have 4. Do you have 1, 2, 3? Okay.
I will get mine changed.
1-2-4 from Little Charlie Butch using Listen to Me Nelson on top for Tom Simmons and Steve Cyril's Lose Transporter second. He likes the 4 Talk About Stars to finish third out of the Jerry Hansen stable. Where are Steve and Lisa?
Well, we're sitting at Steve's pick. I'm picking the 1. I'm going with Charlie on this one. I like Listen to Me Nelson with Casey Leonard there, a Tom Simmons horse. I'm going for that horse for first. I went with the 6 horse, which you and Lisa both picked to win the race as my second choice, and I went with a 5 in third, which is the same as what Lisa did. So I went 1-6-5, and that's Wyatt Evanetti on the 6, and Lisa went 6-2-5. So it'll be interesting again here.
Well,
I'm hoping for little Charlie to be right, because that would move him and I up in the standings quite a bit.
Throw it back to Ed.
On with the Ingalls Stables Limited of Northbrook. Nelson Willis of Beecher. Tom Simmons trains with Casey Leonard. 2 is Lose Transporter on with the Flacco Family Farm. Steve Cyril trains. Matt Avenatti will drive. 3 is Brown County, owned by Ed Teefee, Dean Biggs, and David Carter of Mount Sterling, Altamont, and Williamsville. Mike Brink, the trainer-driver. Number 4 is Talk About Stars, owned by Shelley Steele, Jerry Graham, Lily Racing Stables. Jerry Henson is the trainer with Mike Cox. 5 is Mr. Poppy, owned by Carla Santos of Springfield. Alex Conte is the trainer with Jordan Patton. At number 6, Here Comes Bob, owned by Molly Balda, Steve Cyril, Mike and Chris Paloma. Steve Cyril trains in Wyatt. Avenatti will drive.
Last chance to get your pick of winners in for race number 3. Should be another really good trot here. You better get used to seeing Casey Leonard in the winner's circle, because I got the number 1 horse in this one, Listen to Me Nelson. And then I also like the number 6 horse, Here Comes Bob. If you're looking at their programs, anytime there's a 6-horse field, that 6 horse is going to start behind the 1 horse. So he doesn't have to start all the way from the outside. He kind of has the advantage of following that 1 horse. And I think in this race, you'll see number 6, Here Comes Bob, will follow number 1, Listen to Me Nelson, right out of the gates, and it should be a good 2-horse field here. But I like the 1 horse, Listen to Me Nelson.
Feeling good over there, Ed.
Yeah, playing around.
Stay there.
Looking back with you here as we get ready for race 3 here of the day. Again, a beautiful day for harness racing here. Cool breeze coming through the grandstand shade, and just a beautiful day. Large crowd here to watch the races coming out for the Downstate Classic. David taking a quick break while he can. And the horses are starting to get ready for the gate. See Coach Hoots out to watch harness racing again today. Football, baseball coach here at Brown County. And we're getting ready, Lisa and I, for sports season to start here in Brown County. We'll start the broadcast with that this next week, I believe, with junior high girls softball, I believe. I'll have to take a look at my calendar and see what's coming up. Here they come to the gate. We'll take you back to Ed.
Five on the gate. Here comes Bob in the back tier here in the first division for 2-year-old Colts and Geldings. Mr. Poppy wasn't cooperating, and he's way back off the gate here. Rest of the field is at the head of the stretch as the gate starts to pick up speed. Here comes Bob back there in the back tier. Brown County a little rough gated. Here they come. And they're off and is starting here, and it's Lou's Transporter. Lou's Transporter out for the early lead. Talk about stars on the outside of that one as they race around the first turn. Lou's Transporter has made a break. Lou's Transporter is off stride. Talk about stars has the lead. Here comes Bob, moves into second. Now here comes Bob, is racing up and taking over. Here comes Bob, is the leader for Wyatt Avenatti. Back to second is Talk About Stars. Trotting third is Listen to Me Nelson. Brown County is racing fourth. Racing fifth now is Lou's Transporter, and the trailer is Mr. Poppy. First quarter in 35 seconds flat. Here comes Bob from the second tier, leads by about 4 lengths. Talk About Stars is back there second. Racing third is Listen to Me Nelson. Coming on fourth now after that break with some trot is Lou's Transporter. Racing fifth, Mr. Poppy, and Brown County now the trailer and off stride. Brown County's off stride again. They move past the half. It's Here Comes Bob by 6. Talk About Stars is back there second. Listen to Me Nelson is racing third. The half in 105 and 4/5 of a second. 105.4, they're off the half, past the draw gate. They head up the backstretch. It's Here Comes Bob. Here comes Bob, and Wyatt Avenatti lead by about 6 lengths. Talk About Stars is a little closer back there second. Listen to Me Nelson is racing third. Racing fourth up the backstretch now is Lou's Transporter. Lou's Transporter, followed by Mr. Poppy in Brown County. They trot past the 3/4 mile mark in 138 and 2. 138 and 2. Here's Talk About Stars taking over now. Talk About Stars has moved up on the outside, and Listen to Me Nelson is joining the leaders. Talk About Stars now with the lead. Racing second here is a Lou's Transporter, and here comes Listen to Me Nelson and Casey Leonard. They're absolutely flying on the outside, but here comes Bob, holds him off. Here comes Bob over Listen to Me Nelson by a neck. Listen to Me Nelson was absolutely flying on the outside, but here comes Bob, holds off by a neck. 209 2/5. 209 2/5.
What an exciting finish in today's third race. Here comes Bob holding off. Rough gated at the end. Talk About Stars in a late charging Listen to Me Nelson out of the Tom Simmons barn with Casey Leonard. I tell you what, folks, we're getting ready for state fair season, stakes racing. We're going out there and rolling, boys. So congratulations to the connections. Here comes Bob, owned by Molly Baldus, Steve Searle, Mike and Chris Paloma, trained by Steve Searle, driven quite capably by Wyatt Avenatti. I'm just getting caught up on the chats over here.
Bob was in 209 and 2/5, fractions of 35, 105 and 4, 138 and 2. The mile 209 2/5 of a second, 209 2/5.
Jerry, we appreciate you as a fan, and we're happy to serve the horsemen and reignite some passions that may have been dormant for a while. If we're a fan of horse racing and still followed it along, we want to bring it right to your door front so you can have it right there in your home and watch from your recliner, what have you. So we want to thank you for following along.
This race, the Pete and Lucille Fagan Memorial, sponsored by Mike and Nancy Kropp. Mike's down there with daughters Lindsay and Kelly, son-in-laws Jim Jennings, and our state's attorney Mike Hill. Here comes Bob, is a 2-year-old gelded son of Lou's Legacy from the stakes-winning Cassis mare BC, owned by Molly Baldus, Steve Cyril, Mike and Chris Paloma. Trained by Steve Cyril, driven here by the leading driver at the Illinois County Fairs this year, Wyatt Avanetti. His mile 209 and a 2. This 2-year-old had been a winner at Altamont last week in 207 and 2. He's won 3 out of his 4 starts. Molly Baldus down there in the pink top was the farm manager for the University of Illinois at their horse farm for many, many years. She, along with the Palomas who are with us here this afternoon. Nice to see Mike and Chris down there with the Steve Cyril trained. Here comes Bob, Downstate Classic winner.
Get to talk to Wyatt down here again in the winner's circle. Wyatt, great drive out here. Starting from the 6th hole, I was thinking number 1, listen to me, Nelson might come in on top. You might have to follow that horse out. What's kind of your strategy coming from the 2nd tier?
Well, it was about the same as yours. I thought the 1 would get out a little better. He didn't, and we went ahead and went to the top. The horse, he's a very talented horse, but he's still pretty green. He was looking at the horses on the backside, so he was seeing it all.
Well, congratulations, Wyatt. Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Wyatt and John. That's Leanne Shin down there, folks, coming back towards the grandstand. Leanne has been the secretary-treasurer of the Downstate Classic since its formation. She does a little bit of everything at the Downstate County Fairs. This is her first visit from down in Newton, Illinois. Let's give her a big hand, folks. Leanne Shin, secretary-treasurer of the Downstate Classic. Results of the 3rd race now official. Number 1, Listen to Me, Nelson finished 2nd. Number 2, Lou's Transporter was 5th. Number 3, Brown County finished 6th. Number 4, Talk About Stars was 3rd. Number 5, Mr. Poppy was 4th. And number 6, Here Comes Bob, the winner. First quarter was in 35 seconds. The half in 105 and 4. 3/4 in 138 and 2. The mile 209 2/5 of a second. Race 3 checks from the top 256 34 1 on the bottom. That trotting mile 209 2/5.
Steve, I got a couple comments here before we go to the
no
next
changes
race.
In the upcoming
I'll pull
fourth.
Ed down so we can hear ourselves talk. But in the chats here, I think we got a very point needs to be brought up. Small track harness racing seems to be more family oriented. I think there's a good point to that. When you're on top of the racing, it's closer in front of you. It's not such a big facility. It definitely is more conducive to being, more family friendly. And I think that's kind of what the goal we're going for here with Harness Tube. And
a lot of kids here today. I mean, families bringing their kids out to harness races.
On that note, we got a text from Troy back in the barn. His granddaughter, Emma Lynn, talk about new young fans. Emma Lynn, I think, is a eighth grader freshman. She's going through the barns getting all of her favorite drivers and trainer signatures, getting autographs.
All right, that's
cool. So
we're
starting trends. We're making fans, lifelong fans, and that's what it's all about, folks, We appreciate everyone in the chat talking about thanking us for doing this so that they don't have to come, and people who can't make it and how much it means to them. And we're not ignoring those comments. We love them all.
I have to tell you this.
What's that?
We said we talked to the middle two here on Fox Valley Barbie.
Barbie, yeah.
The gentleman had Lisa and I sign his hats.
I had to sign it too.
Oh, man. Okay.
And I didn't even flinch, but in my mind I'm thinking, what the heck is this guy? But, it's an honor. The fact that we're thought of in that regard still blows my mind, but it's fun. They're having a blast following their horse along this summer. We're helping them bring it to them. So all in all, we're some sort of celebrity in someone's world, I guess, right?
Just like somebody realizing I was not talking much this morning. They know us pretty well, but if I'm not talking, then...
Well, speaking of knowing us well, we have 150 concurrent viewers, folks. I mean, think about 150 people added to this grandstand. It would be stuffed to the brim.
And I talked to our fans down here about the online store.
Yeah.
And I told them they inspired us because of the T-shirts they had on, but we saw them in Decatur, and they thought it was a great idea.
Yes, I mean, we're talking about getting an online store. So if you wanted to buy maybe a Kevin Miller Stable shirt, you could buy a Kevin Miller Stable shirt, or
a Wyatt Avenatti shirt,
Wyatt Avenatti, or maybe a Harness Tube logo shirt or a hat. We're working on getting that into the business up and going. It's a slower process that we're learning, but there's a need for it. I think the fans are wanting it and demanding it, and definitely want to cut the horsemen in. Don't want to use their likeness or anything without their consent, but I think it's something that could benefit them as well. If you promote your shirts, if you sell your shirts through the website, then you get a cut of it or something. So we'll figure all that out at some later date, but it's something that we appreciate the feedback and hearing the ideas and reinforcement on them.
Absolutely. And David, in that last race, I tell you what, a close race. If they had been able to get Listen to Me Nelson started just a little bit earlier.
Almost so
that
close.
Horse, and I think it goes back to what Wyatt Avenatti said, that horse did not come out of the gate strong. If it had come out of the gate stronger, it may have been a different story.
And that might have been a situation where just trying to protect, Matt was trying to protect his horse a little bit, and just, it's County Fair track. I said that wrong, I know I did, but it's a County Fair track, but, it's a little different consistency. It turns differently, it bends differently, it's banked differently, and these horses are very valuable, so you want to get them into that turn safely, and I think Wyatt just had a little more speed to clear to the front there. Yeah, you're going through the chats now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking out there.
Nicole wants a YouTube shirt or Harness Tube shirt, and I think we could probably find somebody.
Somebody say something about an autograph too.
Yeah, you missed that, didn't you? Eric Plowman up in Iowa said he wants a Wyatt autograph, and I think that's pretty valuable considering you go around the county fairs and he wins about 80% of his starts, it seems like.
Yeah, we could get him to sign those shirts
and toss them out.
No, just sell them.
Oh, sell them online, autographed versions of the shirts. You know what? And Wyatt, if you would do that, bud, I know that's something we could work out. I was telling the Whites down there that own Fox Valley Barbie, we have to create our own celebrities, right? These fans don't know Wyatt Avenatti from Tim Tetrick per se, but if we go out there and we promote them as such and talk about how great they are, then these people will react. We saw that in Altamont when the whip toss saw like 30 or 40 kids lined up to try to get the champion driver's whip, autographed whip or whatever. So
we're going to take a quick commercial here before we get back.
Make plans now to attend the 27th Annual Illini Classic Yearling Sale, which takes place on Labor Day at the Illinois State Fairgrounds in Springfield. Once again this year, the catalog will offer not only a strong lineup of Illinois-conceived and foaled yearlings, but also an excellent supporting cast of colts and fillies eligible to other state-bred programs in the Midwest and on the Eastern Seaboard. It's the Illini Classic Yearling Sale, Monday, September 1st, beginning at 11 a.m. Central.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts. If you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out kerrauction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
All right, the Downstate Classic. We'll have to take this slide out because it'll be over.
We can still celebrate it. We're having a good time here today. We appreciate our friends at the Macon County Fair and all they do. So I'm okay leaving it up, just to celebrate how much fun, and I appreciate the Downstate Classic and, the stakes competition that's centered around that. A lot of fans are jumping up saying they would like some swag. I think this is turning into a good idea here. And Eric Plowman has a few autographs that he should bring. Eric, I know you have a collection. I've seen your YouTube stuff. I've seen your stuff on Facebook. I know you've got Dan Patch and autographs from the Chicago guys in the day and the Grand Circuit too, to be honest. So Joe Fontaine from Windsor, Illinois. That sounds very familiar.
One of our favorite places.
I tell you what, Joe, we loved Windsor's Pub. We went there twice in a week. We took the Hochstettlers out on Tuesday and then the Avenattis out on Thursday and just had fantastic meals, great service, nice little nice little gym, hidden gym we'll call it.
Yeah.
It's in a small little town. You wouldn't be unassuming.
The robot server.
The robot bartender, yeah. If you order a drink, it comes out on a little robot that sings to you, so.
But great day I want to thank our donors and those not on here, people that help us out through the year, the advertisers, the donors that help us through the year to keep this free to everyone out there. We can't say enough about that. You can do that by...
And I want to thank Jill Marshall again, running around, doing the pick winner with her dad, Sam Hodgett's helmet. I think she's having fun. I think she enjoys seeing people enjoy horse racing. I know she knows what it meant to her dad, and seeing this kind of continue on and use his helmet as an honor is pretty cool.
All right, let's go ahead and handicap race 4 before he does.
Race 4, I like this horse a lot, folks. 1-3-5, Lou's True Lou on top. I followed this horse along since we saw him early in the year. I talked to Ike
Mathena
over at Springfield,
buckskin.
and Sean confirmed this horse is going to be a state fair contender. So I went 1-3-5,
LG Realty
and Charlie went 1-5-6, just like Steve. Looks like Lisa went 1-5-3.
Number 1 is Lou's True Lou, owned by Ernie Sork of Fairfield, Noreen Nessa of Fairfield, and Sean Nessa of DuQuoin. Sean is the trainer with Isaac Love Driving. 2 is Change the Model, owned by Shelley Steele of Moni. Lily Racing of Downers Grove. Jerry Hansen trains with Mike Cox. Number 3 is Fox Valley Sabra, owned by Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana. Benita Simmons of Springfield. Ann Schneider of Petersburg. Tom Simmons trains with Wyatt Avanetti. Number 4 is Lou's Guardian, owned by the Flacco Family Farms of Alexis. Roshan Trigg trains with Jaquavian Carter. Number 5 is Class Comedian, owned by Jacob Radel of Edgewood. Jacob Radel's the trainer with Freddie Patton Jr. Number 6, Lou's Mindbender, owned by the Flacco Family Farm. Steve Cyril trains with Casey Leonard Driving.
Last chance to get your picks in for race number 4. In this one, it's going to be hard to pick against the one horse, Lou's True Lou. Lou's True Lou has won 7 of its 9 lifetime starts, and the other 2 were seconds. Won his last race in Altamont in 2:12-1. The race before that in Urbana in 2:07 flat. So I like the one horse, Lou's True Lou. I also like number 3, Fox Valley Sabra. The key to this horse is going to be if he can stay trotting. If you look in the program, anytime you see the lines and you see an X, that means the horse went off stride in that race. You'll see a lot of X's when you look at the program for 2-year-old trotters. But if Fox Valley Sabra can keep trotting, that horse could play a factor in this race. But I'm going to go with the one horse off the rail, Lou's True Lou, to win its 8th race of the year. Good luck.
Thank you, John. This should be a good one here. Race number 4. Freddie Patton Jr. driving the 5. This past winter was inducted into the Illinois Horsemen's Association Hall of Fame. You see a lot of drivers with the Patton in their name. Freddie lost his father just about a month ago, Freddie Patton Sr. Freddie Patton Sr., along with now Hall of Famer son, Freddie Patton Jr., were the first African Americans that came up here from Mississippi and other states in the southern part of the country. They're very active in buying Illinois-bred horses. Many have relocated to Illinois. That all started by the late Freddie Patton Sr., who just passed away. His son, Freddie Patton Jr., driving here, recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. This field is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. Lou's Mindbender has made a break. Rest the field off and trotting here. Lou's True Lou on the inside. Trotting out quickly, though, it's Fox Valley Sabra. He's right there second, now taking over. Fox Valley Sabra. Wyatt Avanetti, the leading driver at the Illinois County Fairs this year. He had a big day here yesterday. He leads by a neck, a half a length, 3/4 of a length, and now by a length as they round the first turn and head up the backstretch. Fox Valley Sabra by a length and a half. Lou's True Lou is back there second. Racing third is Change the Model. Lou's Guardian is the 4th on the inside. Back trotting 5th is Lou's Mindbender, and the trailer is Class Comedian. First quarter was in 33, 3/5 of a second. Pretty easy pace here for Fox Valley Sabra. He leads by a length. Lou's True Lou is right there second as they move past the 3/8 mile marker and head towards that half. Back there third, but about 10 back has changed the model. As we race towards the half, it's still Fox Valley Sabra by a length and a quarter. Lou's True Lou gets the perfect trip and looks comfortable there second. They're off the half and moving over to the draw gate. The leader still by a length and a quarter. Fox Valley Sabra, the half in 104, 2/5 of a second, 104.2. They head up the backstretch. Looks like we got a 2-horse race here. It's Fox Valley Sabra by a length and a quarter. Lou's True Lou, the 7-time winner, is right there second. And the pace is quick, and they just shifted gears here. These are two of the favorites going into the Illinois State Fair next week, and they're showing some trot here in this final quarter. 3 quarters and one. We'll get 135 and 1, 3 quarters and 35 and 1. They're at the head of the stretch. It's Fox Valley Sabra by 3. Lou's True Lou is back there second, trying hard but not gaining. Fox Valley Sabra impressively here for Wyatt Avanetti. He's going to win it by 3. Lou's True Lou was home second, followed by Change the Model. Then we got Lou's Guardian, Class Comedian, and Lou's Mindbender. Some real fast final fractions there. That mile was 2:05, 1/5 of a second. 2:05, 1/5.
Fox Valley Sabra taking today's 4th race. Again, this Tom Simmons trainee is owned by Ivan Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana. Benita Simmons of Springfield and Ann Schneider of Petersburg. Taking a nice mark here, 2.5, excuse me, not a new lifetime mark, taking a win
the mile
here.
2:05 and 1, the last half in a minute and 4/5 of a second. Last half in a minute and 4/5.
Last quarter, 30 flat.
Has to be one of the quickest last halves ever trotted here by a 2-year-old trotter. Last quarter was in 30 seconds flat. The mile 2:05, 1/5 of a second. So the Grady's are all trackside there. Lance and Eric, Larry and Kathy. Their extended families for the LG Realty. And the Jim Flynn Memorial. Leanne Shin is making her way trackside again here, I think. Wyatt Avanetti, our leading driver yesterday, he's picked up back-to-back here. Wins back-to-back here, this time with Fox Valley Sabra. A very impressive effort. Another nice 2-year-old from the Tom Simmons stable. Gelded son of Southwind Chrome from Fox Valley Strata by Vaporized, bred by Fox Valley Standardbreds of Sherman. Trained by Tom Simmons, driven by Wyatt Avanetti. Wins the Downstate Classic 2nd Division. And the trophy, courtesy of LG Realty. Also the Jim Flynn Memorial. Jim Flynn, Kathy Flynn Grady's father, never missed the harness races here for decades at the Brown County Fair. This race in his memory. And it goes to Fox Valley Sabra. He'll be one of the favorites next week at the Illinois State Fair. Trying to get another picture or two here. Sherry Fraley, our track photographer down there in the blue. Sherry's from down in Greene County, and she does an excellent job. If anybody would like any of these winner circle photos, see Sherry Fraley down there in the blue. Ann Schneider, one of the owners down there, along with Benita Simmons, This nice 2-year-old also owned by Louisiana's Adam Hawthorne, who's brought a lot of professional football players into the standardbred sport. Adam Hawthorne from Louisiana, very close to former Super Bowl Hall of Famer Devin White. Devin's raced several Illinois-bred trotters and pacers along with Adam Hawthorne here in the Illinois program. Adam continues to bring professional football players into the sport, and it's greatly appreciated as Adam Hawthorne continues to make a very significant contribution to our Illinois program, very active at our sales. The Land of Lincoln sale coming up here just in a few weeks at the beautiful Walker Standardbred Farm in Sherman, Illinois, August 30th this year. And then the Illini Classic sale will be Monday, September 1st, Labor Day at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Fox Valley Sabra, you can see in your race program where it says Walker $16,000. Fox Valley Sabra was sold at the Walker Standardbred sale a year ago as a yearling for $16,000. You can see the horse that was second, Lose True Lou. It says ILLCL. That's the Illini Classic sale every year on Labor Day. So Lose True Lou sold for $5,700 last year as a yearling at the Illini Classic sale. You can see that under several of the starters. If you don't see it, it normally indicates that the yearling did not sell at public auction, was bred by the current owner, or sold privately. Results of the fourth race now official. Number 1 is Lose True Lou. He finished second. 2, Change the Model, was third. Number 3, Fox Valley Sabra, the winner. Number 4, Lose Guardian, was fourth. Number 5, Class Comedian, was fifth. Number 6, Lose Mindbender, was sixth. First quarter was in 33-3. The half in 104-2. 3 quarters in 135-1. The mile was in 2:05 1/5 of a second. Last half in a minute flat. Fourth race checks down, 2:31, 4:56 on the bottom. That trotting effort was 2:05 1/5 of a second.
'24 Illinois County Fair Training Champion. Kev Miller's horses are built to win, and it all starts here. Ready to join a winning team? Call Kev at 217-254-0170 or send a message to the email address on the screen to learn more. Kev Miller Stables. Train to win.
Do you like to watch horse racing? Yeah. Do you not want to pay money for a stupid horse racing channel? Yeah. Are you sadly allergic to horses and you can't see them? Yeah. Well, introducing Harness Tube, established 2023. Yeah, I need to try this out. You can watch it at your son's ball game. Let's go, son! You can watch it while eating. Last but not least, you can watch it while you're sleeping. Yay, my horse won. Now everybody, make sure you like and subscribe to Harness Tube and keep the notifications on for more Harness Tube streams or future videos or future posts. Anything that I care for. Anything at all. Even if it's just like a 1-second video of a horse doing a backflip. I don't know. But you get the point. So, I hope this video is very informational. And thank you for watching. Peace out.
All right, David Brink back with you on Harness Tube. We're headed to race 5, almost halfway through. as we get a couple driver changes. Captain Gal's going to be driven the 2-horse by Mike Brink. And Incredible
Coquette.
Is
that where we're at? Yeah.
Yeah. Jordan Patton going to drive that horse. Alexander Conte had a good day yesterday.
He did, but when the money is on the line, he's going to go ahead and pass the lines off to one of those catch drivers, maybe a little more apt to those bike. But Alex is a fine horseman in his own right. He's been training these things very well, had some success with Toughest of the Tough yesterday. But, he's entrusting young Jordan Patton with the lines in this Downstate Classic purse race. But, I think he's got a chance. That's a horse that Jordan's a good driver. Jordan doesn't have any big accounts, doesn't drive for a ton of people, but when he does, he can drive one as live as anybody else. We've seen him do it. So
well, we know there's going to be some showmanship out here in this race because you got both Avanetti boys going here, and Jaquavian Carter and Jordan Patton in the race. All coming out
with this
of the
kind
same
of money,
family.
they're going to be, all excited for it.
The only thing that can make this race better is if JJ was in this race.
If JJ was in it, yeah, for sure.
And any of the other young pups out there.
The Prather boys or something. I tell you what, though, we talk about making new fans. I just saw we had the El Grady Realty blanket presented out there. And to see Lance's face talking to Wyatt and congratulated him, he really thought it was pretty cool to be out there,
And the Gradys have been here.
They've been big horse fans, absolutely.
They're one of the ones that are sitting down there trading out the cards.
And that's what I noticed, too, because, the people who watch horse racing for the, it's the popcorn time to eat their snacks and let the time pass is one thing. But the folks who pay attention and study from year to year, I notice it in their eyes when they see the horseman up close or when they have a chance to ask them a question, whether it be Dane Flessner and Marcus Miller, Lance Grady and Wyatt Avanetti. These are celebrities to somebody.
And that started with Lance's grandma, the Flynns, coming here to the race.
Miss any races
and so they have been here since they were small.
And, someone, you don't think of Lance as a horseman, but he grew up knowing it. He still enjoys it. Those are the kind of people who, with the right spark, that bug could bite them. They could become an owner again. They could get in the sport. They could, fall passionately in love with it. So we're trying to reach them if we can and, help the fandom and
I wonder if he knows he can be an incremental owner.
I bet we could tell him. The scary thing is, in the back of my mind, these horsemen especially, or the people in this area who have an interest, I think if I could get a horse put together with small enough, investment, I think they'd play along. It's something predictable, not too complicated, but it's a big undertaking to figure it all out. I hear a Tiffy talking. We'll throw it to the post parade today's fifth race.
Yeah, we're actually short a horse, but let's go ahead and parade him. We don't have the 6-horse, True Trevor. Bring him on, though, Casey. Race number 5, sponsored by Stratton Heating and Cooling, the Comfort Man. Number 1 is Fox Valley Polaris, owned by Mark Winship. Monty Thompson, Jamaica Patton, and the Sperry's. Jamaica Patton trains with Casey Leonard. 2 is Captain Gal, owned by Mike Brink, David Brigham, and Jeff Clausen. Mike Brink trains and will drive. Number 3 is Incredible Coquette, owned by Carlos Santos and Elisa Rodriguez. Alex Conte is the trainer with Jordan Patton. Number 4 is Calico Sunset, owned by Leroy Hunt of Tennessee. Leroy's the trainer with Matt Avanetti. Number 5 is Fox Valley Barbie, owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur, Bart Seals of Mason, and Penny White of Altamont. Kevin Miller, the trainer with Wyatt Avanetti. Number 6, a True Trevor, owned by Timothy Williams of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Roshan Trigg trains with Jaquavian Carter.
Last chance to get those picks in for race number 5. This race.
I'll roll John Tiffy down while he does his handicapping so we can get ours in real quick. Today's 5th race, I went 1-4-3 using Fox Valley Polaris on top out of the Jamaica Patton barn. This horse fresh off a win in Altamont 2-1-1. A nice mile for the half-mile oval in the Effingham County Fair by a young pacer. My second choice was the 4, Calico Sunset. I've watched this horse a little closer now that Matt tipped me off that this horse has a big upside here. Quick-footed, small little filly by Kronos at a Leroy Hunt barn, but I'm using her second here. I think she's quick enough to get around here and make a trip for herself. My third choice, Incredible Coquette for Alex Conti and Juan Franco. This horse is again, off a win, 57-4 last quarter and 27-4. There's speed built into this animal. I know that. I know it's contender. I'm worried about the trip shaking out, so I'm using it third here. Little Charlie Bug. Charlie Butch went 1-2-5. Still like Polaris on top. If you haven't caught on to his picking scheme yet, he's picking the rail about every race, it seems like. His second choice was the 2. Captain Gal for the Mike Brink barn. I think we're getting Mike in the bike. And his third choice was the 5. Fox Valley Barbie, and Fox Valley Barbie is a very capable horse as well. I had a nice chat with the owners, Penny White and her husband, Bart Seals' sister. You know, they have the pink shirts. We followed them around the fairs. They're having a blast, having a ride of their life, and they were telling me how much it means to Bart to have the family in the sport, and how proud they are to be a part of it. You know, what it meant to their dad, Fred, and everything. So we wish them luck as well. Charlie's getting them third in this race. Surratt's Steve went 3-4-1. He likes Incredible Coquette on top, Calico Sunset, and then Fox Valley Polaris, where Miss Lisa went 3-5-4. Incredible Coquette, Fox Valley Barbie, and then Calico Sunset. Horses are at the gate. I'm going to throw it back to Ed Teefy for today's 5th race.
Illini Classic. Incredible Coquette sold for a mere $1,500, and she'll be one of the favorites heading towards that $35,000 final next week at the Illinois State Fair. Two-year-old fillies at the head of the stretch. 5 on the gate, a True Trevor in the back tier. Gate will start picking up speed now. Here they come. They're off and a pacing. A Fox Valley Polaris down on the inside away nicely. Driving up on the outside, Calico Sunset. And those two battled out into the first turn there. Away third is Incredible Coquette. A True Trevor is back there fourth. Fox Valley Barbie is racing fifth. As they swing out of the turn and head up the backstretch, the trailer is the trailer up the backstretch there is, I'll pick it up in a second, 30 and 1 past the quarter mile marker. Buzzing along pretty good here. Fox Valley Polaris by a length and a quarter. Calico Sunset is right there second. We got a break there by Incredible Coquette. Incredible Coquette has made a break and drops back between horses here as they swing past the 3/8 mile marker. Everybody's clear of her. But that leaves Fox Valley Polaris on top by about 2.5. Calico Sunset is right there second. Fox Valley Barbie has moved into third. Fourth is a True Trevor. The half and 101 flat. Back there fifth is a Captain Gal. And the trailer after the miscue now Incredible Coquette. Off the half and 101, it's Fox Valley Polaris. Off the 5/8, they head up the backstretch. Calico Sunset is driving out there second. Fox Valley Barbie still waiting there third. We got a little over a quarter of a mile to go. New leader is Calico Sunset. Calico Sunset going a big mile, leads by a neck on the outside. Fox Valley Polaris trying very hard. 3/4 and 131 and 3. Polaris comes back for Casey. Down on the inside, leads by a head. Calico Sunset's right there second. Fox Valley Barbie's racing third. They're at the head of the stretch. Fox Valley Polaris comes back to lead by 1/2 and 3/4 of a length. Polaris on the inside. Calico Sunset coming back. Calico Sunset on the outside. Calico Sunset gets up.
I may have missed that final time as I was cheering during that race, but we'll get it up for you as soon as we can. Congratulations to the Connections.
Half mile
Here it
in
is.
2 minutes flat.
Woo!
Last half in 59 seconds. Last quarter in 28 and 2/5 of a second. 2 minutes flat. Calico Sunset.
Ed was talking about it before the race, how
New
Incredible
lifetime
Coquette
record for this.
only was 1,500. Well, Calico Sunset was a steal at 2,200 at the Illini Classic last year for Leroy Hunt. Congratulations.
4 out of her last 5. This a very impressive mile here with that 59-second last half, 28 and 2 second last quarter. Wayne Brown down there with Leroy Hunt. This is a big one, folks. This is an impressive mile. Calico Sunset is a 2-year-old daughter of Kronos from Calico Moon by Totally Western, bred by Brian at Chup. A $2,200 yearling purchase for Leroy Hunt from Jackson, Tennessee, who's down there with his good friend, Wayne Brown. And they're in the winner's circle now with Calico Sunset, winner of 4 of her last 5. She gets a new lifetime record today of 2 minutes flat for Matt Avenatti. And she stamps herself as a contender for the Illinois State Fair Colt Stakes. Our fair royalties down there with numerous members of the Scranton family, longtime supporters of the Brown County Fair. And Leanne Shin again, the Secretary Treasurer of the Downstate Classic, with Leroy and Wayne and Matt Avenatti. Let's give them a big hand, folks. Calico Sunset, 2 minutes flat.
Down here with Matt in the winner's circle. Matt, fantastic race. One of the things that I'm always curious about, you get across the half, I think you're sitting there in second, Wyatt's in the back of you. How do you make the decision when to pull, when to go to the top?
Well, this mare's been real sharp lately, and the one thing I didn't want to do was get locked in with her. So when I saw Wyatt coming up, I figured he might be flipping, and I took my move.
This horse seems to keep getting better and better. Winner won your last race by 10 lengths in Altamont. What should we expect from this horse going into the State Fair?
Well, like you said, she's just been getting better, and as of now, I think she can go with the best.
Sounds good. Congratulations, Matt. Good luck.
Fifth race results now official. Number 1, Fox Valley Polaris was second. Number 2, Captain Gal finished 6th. Number 3, Incredible Coquette was 5th. Number 4, Calico Sunset, the winner. Number 5, Fox Valley Barbie was 3rd. Number 6, A True Trevor finished 4th. First quarter was in 30 and 1/5 of a second. The half in 1:01, 3 quarters in 1:31 and 3. The mile was in 2 minutes flat. Race 5 checks down, 2:65, 1:34 on the bottom. 2 minutes for the mile with the last quarter in 28 and 2.
All right, David, I'm going to pull up the points here. Kind of ridiculous today. David's had 2 firsts and seconds out there.
But that's about it. I mean,
hey, you're averaging 7 points per race.
And we always say if you can beat 10 points a race, you're having a pretty good day. So I'm kicking butt, and I'm barely doing average.
Yeah, and we're averaging 2 points.
You guys are having a rough.
All three of us combined would have 29 points to your 35 if we were to add them all together.
I'm not even acting like this is on
purpose. And here's the bad point. I'm behind Charlie and Lisa.
Let's quit it right now. Charlie gets second place. Let's go with it.
But here's the thing. We are not halfway done yet. So
no, not true. We only have
7 races left.
5 of 12. So we still have,
I still have a chance.
And when those later races come, you can make up a lot of points. So, who knows?
You're telling me I'm down 26 points. I still got a chance.
If there's still a chance. There's always a chance, right?
That's funny. But, David, we can go ahead and talk now. We don't have any visual.
We were just talking about how nice it was. We're out here at Brown County. The fans are great. They were loud during that last race. John Teefy, Ed's son, doing the winner's circle interviews. And we were talking about it. He's not a professional interviewer, not a professional horseman, but he fits the bill so well. He has fun. He keeps the crowd engaged. I'm not sure if you guys can hear him, everything he's saying, but he's very conversational, very kind of funny. But he knows enough about horse racing to ask, appropriate questions and get appropriate answers. I'm having a blast with that, And looking at the crowd is full. Some of them are local people who are fans and coming out, and some are made the trip from hours away. It's good to see.
I got Lance Grady's number here. I'm going to see if he'll come up and talk with us. Get some of our local fans to come up here.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to try to get Coach Hoots if I can get his attention.
I'll go get a soda
come
then.
over and talk to us.
Oh, I got a picture for you.
Oh, no.
Troy sent me when I told you Emmeline's getting all those signatures. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We got some time to get her in.
if I can send it fast.
Yeah.
This is the fun stuff, folks. We enjoy sharing these memories with you. You know, these are memories for one person maybe, but by putting them up on the screen and talking about them, you guys can share along and enjoy it as well. You know, that's what it's all about. We talk about you got to make the celebrities where they are. Well, we have fine young horsemen, we have amazing animals, and we have a bright, colorful sport that's exciting and impressive. And if we don't market it right, we're going to lose it. So, you know, this is the idea of wanting to share the fun times, share the the cute moments, and promote those within.
Yeah, I know that I've got the race screen up there in half, but I'm waiting.
We're waiting for a text to go through. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's still sending.
Okay.
I'm on your Wi-Fi, though, so it should come through pretty quick. But
I would think. We got a lady coming up there probably to talk to you, David.
Yeah. I just saw Lane in the chat here. If I can throw that up real quick. I saw her down there a couple of seconds ago, too.
Here, you want to give her my headset? You want to talk to her?
Hold on. Let me get this up for Lane. I'll talk to her real quick. Lane says, you have them right where you want them, Steve, on the points count.
Yeah, thanks, Lane. I appreciate that. I appreciate you doing that as we got some fans that coming up here that we get to talk to. I mean, that's the blessing of doing what we do here, folks, is that we get to go in with the fans. And I got the picture coming in. Oh, wow. Wow, some memorabilia coming out here. Let's see if we can get this up here. We'll go back a screen and see if we can do that. I'm pretty sure we can. Let me go back on here. Got a program with all the autographs. Troy Markert's granddaughter back there getting autographs. And, wow, look at the autographs that she's got back there, back in the barn. That is pretty stinking awesome. Jordan Patton, I can read his. Freddie Patton's on there. Wyatt Avenetti, Matt Avenetti. Got Ed Teefe's autograph back there. But got all kinds of people's autographs back there in the barn. And, folks, that's how accessible this sport is to do that. And so love it that that can happen and be a part of it. We're going to go ahead here and get the picks done here if we can for race 6. I can just give you my logic behind my picks. I don't have a clue today. I picked the one horse, the Charles Arthur.
I'm back up. What's up?
Doing handicapping, and I got
Did you do mine for me?
Emma's up there. That's a great picture.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
But I went with the one horse in this. Then I went to the 3, Tornado Cat, and then I went to Matt Avenetti driven horse, April Sunlight IYQ. That's mine. Lisa went entirely different. Other than having the 2 and the 1 in there, she went for the 4 horse J&M Virgin Star. Had a good start of the season with what it's done so far, but she went 4-1-2. What did the Brink /
Bowen
family do
I went
over there?
3-4-1 using Tornado Cat on top. Only one start, but as we've seen, Tom Simmons, Casey, they came ready to go today. My second choice was the 4 J&M Virgin Star. Ultra consistent, 2 wins back there, 3 seconds, last 3 starts out. My third choice was the one Valdiona for, it's not Archie, who we got? Is it Archie? Archie's not driving. Who's driving this horse? Oh, Charles Arthur's on that one. He'll go right on down the track, as we well know.
Archie's not on that?
Nope, Charles Arthur's on it.
Okay.
Charlie went 1-2-4. He stuck with his picking scheme here, using the Valdiona on top. His second choice was April Sunlight IYQ. Matt Avenetti and Leroy Hunt, obviously a very hot connection after that last race. His third choice was the 4 J&M Virgin Star. Just want to give a quick shout out. Had a quick chat over here with Cindy Elmore. She was up in Farmington at the nursing home yesterday with our friend Ralph Gowitz, who was our guest selection, and she was telling us how much it meant to him to have that experience yesterday, to watch Harness Tube, to be the guest selector. The nursing home was all rallying around him, cheering for him, so good stuff.
That's awesome. those are the great things that we've got going on here at the harness race as people get involved. And older folks are still involved, and that's partly what Harness Tube's not only about bringing young viewers on, people that are YouTube savvy, things like that, but it's keeping our older fans engaged with the thing that they loved growing up.
And it's, I can't hardly talk about it on air without choking up, but it's the reason why we do it, period,
We've had so many stories. We've got the gentleman that's had health issues down south that we've got pictures from his hospital bed about watching.
Sean Nessa has texted multiple times, how much he's appreciated it. We still see Jill Marshall out here with her dad, Sam Hodges' helmet, in those last moments with him in hospice and getting to watch Harness Tube and what it meant to him. So,
and David, I'll say this. I'll probably cause the eyes to leak a little bit more, that your dad enjoyed what you were doing and how you were helping harness racing along and was able to see this thing get off the ground.
You know what? And that's kind of the start of it, was watching us race up at Hawthorne whenever we had Skeeter up there. Getting to watch those races and see the paddock cam, it just kind of started the wheels turning in my brain, and here we are.
All right, here we go.
Out of Raymond, Mississippi. Freddie Patton Jr., the trainer. Jordan Patton will drive. 5 is Trevor's Heart, owned by Donna Krebs, David Johns, and Mike Brink at Cantrell Trivoli in Springfield. Mike Brink trains with Mike Rogers driving.
And Steve, you don't even know it, but you're part of the reason why we're here, because we were watching Jackson play basketball whenever he was working for Dad. Dad enjoyed kind of following. He wasn't feeling great, and to sit in the chair and turn on BC Hornet Sports and watch the boys play. Following the young man who was working for him, cleaning stalls at the time, kind of got the wheel spinning in my mind of how to merge the two ideas, and here we are working together.
Well, and the philosophies are very much similar. Our things is these young athletes do so many good things that they deserve, number one, the coverage. I remember growing up, we had Jacksonville Journal-Courier and WEAI radio that was there at a lot of our ball games, and we've seen a lot of that fall off. And I want to thank Jack Hole for getting me into broadcasting. First, several years doing just Brown County football, and then our thought process was behind this is that youth. We're so spread out today. Grandparents, parents, split marriages. We live in different states, different time zones. We've got parents that have to work, while their kids are playing ball games.
Or commute,
and somebody asked me one time, how does what you do fit into ministry? Because it goes through our not-for-profit. And our thing is developing
it's service.
Developing people, developing a community, developing
young
churches.
leaders,
And so what we do is we have dot drivers that their kids play ball, and they're able to pull over and rest and watch people that want to engage with harness racing are being able to do this from a distance.
Absolutely. I want to throw a quick shout out. Eric Plowman, his favorite Downstate Classic horse, was the great champion on ice. But we want to thank you for everything, Steve, and getting this started with us. We'll throw it back to Ed to do the announcing, but just a nice moment. So thanks, guys.
Phillies at the head of the stretch, gate picking up speed. Here they come. Good start for the 2-year-old fillies here in race number 6. Valdiona on the inside. April Sunlight IYQ driving out there for Matt Avanetti. Then on his right is J&M Virgin Star as the fillies race around the first turn. It's Valdiona with the lead by 1.25 lengths. April Sunlight IYQ is racing second. J&M Virgin Star is back there third. Casey Leonard and Tornado Cat are racing fourth. And it's Trevor's Heart fifth as they go single file up the backstretch past that quarter-mile marker. First quarter in 32 seconds flat, 32 seconds off the quarter. It's Valdiona by 1.5 lengths. April Sunlight IYQ is still right there second. J&M Virgin Stars racing third. Tornado Cat is back there fourth. And Trevor's Heart off the 3/8. 2-year-old pacing fillies in the stretch for the first time. The Valentino filly, Valdiona, leads by a length. Here comes April Sunlight IYQ driving up on the outside. And those two are heads apart as we race past the half over to the 5/8, the half, and 104 and 3. Pretty leisurely over to the half, 104 and 3. They'll pick up the pace now. Valdiona on the inside. April Sunlight IYQ is out there second. J&M Virgin Stars Racing a third. Tornado Cats fourth on the outside. And Trevor's Heart right with the leaders here. Only about 3.5 lengths separates the whole field of 5 as we race towards that 3/4 mile marker. Now April Sunlight IYQ has made the lead, but here comes Tornado Cat. April Sunlight IYQ off the 3/4, 135 and a 1. The Revenge Shark filly, April Sunlight IYQ, leads by half a length, but Tornado Cat's on the outside. Those two just an 1/8 away. April Sunlight IYQ on the inside. Tornado Cat on the outside, but April Sunlight IYQ is going to pick up another one for Leroy Hunt. April Sunlight IYQ. Tornado Cat was home second. .204 3/5 of a second. 204 3/5.
Hey, we've got Lance Grady with us, one of the local realtors out here. But Lance, you've been coming to harness racing probably most all of your life, haven't you? Because the grandparents, as you honored your grandfather out there with a memorial.
Yeah, Steve, actually my grandpa used to train horses and was a big part of this harness racing scene, and it's just kind of been bred into us, and we love it. So yeah, we've been coming since I can remember.
There again.
Okay, we'll hang on for Ed for just a moment here.
Junior Miss Marley Cassing, Little Miss Lindy Croxton, and Little Mr. Luca Shear. With Leanne Shen, the Secretary Treasurer of the Downstate Classic, does the clerking of most of the Downstate Illinois County Fairs. Leanne hails from down in Newton, Illinois. She's been going to these fairs for about as long as I have. 50-some years. Most of those years she was with her brother Tom, who we lost here in the last few months. Tom Shen.
Yeah, Leanne
was a charter at the Illinois County Fairs for the past 50 years. Both Tom and Leanne Shin, longtime school teachers down in their home area of Newton, Illinois. April Sunlight IYQ is a 2-year-old daughter, Revenge Shark, from ICY IYQ by Western Ideal, bred by the Watson Stables down in Fairfield, Illinois. Brenda Watson is out there, and she's about to help give the Downstate Classic trophy here to the connections of April Sunlight IYQ, another one trained by Leroy Hunt, owned by Jackson, Tennessee, some Milton Greer, driven by Matt Avanetti. So Leroy down there again with Wayne Brown, Brenda Watson, Leanne Shin, Hallie, Marley, Lindy, and Luke with the Brown County Democratic Party trophy presentation. And now John's going to catch one of these people.
We'll let John talk.
John, Leroy there, Leroy Hunt. Grab Leroy.
Down here with the owner of the 2-horse April Sunlight IYQ. I was going to get Matthew, and we'll probably see Matt down here again, but congratulations, Leroy. What's it like to win this race?
Oh, it's awesome. Just to be here in Mount Sterling, it's a blessing. And Matt drove so good, and I just thank God for the horsemen, the camaraderie ship, and, you know, it's just a blessing.
Yeah, and this is another horse that seems to be primed at right about the right time before the state fair. What are some of your expectations for this horse and other horses going into next week?
Well, we just want to take it one race at a time and keep going forward and hope she stay healthy, both of them stay healthy.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Leroy. Congratulations.
All right,
Thank you, John and Leroy. Congratulations to Leroy there with back-to-back winners here in the Downstate Classic. Results of race 6 official. Number 1, Valdiona finished 5th. Number 2, April Sunlight IYQ, the winner. Number 3, Tornado Cat was 2nd. Number 4, J&M Virgin Star was 3rd. Number 5, Trevor's Heart finished 4th. First quarter was in 32 seconds. The half in 104 and 3. 3/4 in 135 and 1. The mile was in 204 3/5. You can see the last half in 1 minute flat. The last quarter in 29 and 2/5 of a second. Race 6 checks from the top. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. Again, the mile was in 204 3.
Okay, we're going to talk here for a minute. Lance, you said your grandfather was involved in training. Was that here in Brown County?
Steve, I should know that answer. I do believe it started here in Brown County. Actually, I should say yes, because Ed Teefee gave our family a lot of history on what my grandpa did here at the Brown County Fair when he was young, and threw out tons of names that I've never even heard of, but folks in the harness racing scene that my grandpa...
Okay, your grandfather's name, and I'm going to put the mic a little closer to you there.
Okay.
Your grandfather's name, so harness people might recognize that name out there.
Jim Flynn was his name.
Jim Flynn. All right, so, but I've seen you here. I mean, I've been around harness racing a good part of my life, but I've seen your family's been here every single year, I think in the same spot every single year. And one of the things we liked is you do, after pari-mutuel betting kind of went away, you had the card game going down there, picking amongst yourselves, and that's what we're trying to get people to do at home, is have a watch party at home. So you can have this fun, Lance, all during county fair season at your house.
Yeah, Steve, you just said that you guys have did 25 county fairs this season, and that was shocking to me. I mean, this is something that we would sit around and do at our house, watch these horse races and play the card game. So you probably know how it goes, but however many horses are in the race, that's how many cards there is. And you either put a quarter or a dollar or whatever that is in. Everybody picks a card, and whatever horse wins that race, that's who win the pot. My youngest today's won 4 races, so he's on top of the world.
And that's what we're trying to get people to do. You can get into harness racing, and I love seeing the youngsters here today. The county fair area is where it's at. Troy Markert's granddaughter's down there getting autographs down in the barn, and these barn people are so accessible, and the horses are accessible. You can take your kids down there to the barn, and they can get up and close and comfortable with a horse.
Absolutely, and just something super cool for little kids, and you start to see, or what it appears to me, that today there's a bigger crowd than there's been here in the last few years. So I hope that it's starting to catch on with the younger generation. I know I love it. I've always loved it. My brother is way more into it than I am, but it's just something that's really enjoyable to watch.
So you're saying he's the bigger gambler in the family?
Well, yeah, probably the bigger gambler and also more knowledgeable in the horse racing scene. So we'll tell him the second part, but maybe not the first.
Yeah, we can have him come up here and we can talk to him before the day's out. It's a long day. I'm trying to get a little local flavor in what we were doing. We have picks up here. This is our pick chart for today, and our guest picker today, we've had drivers. We've had Brady Schrock also as a guest picker. You would remember Brady's dad and his uncle with the taser gun.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so that's the family that had taser gun, was the Walker family. That's part of the Walker family back there. But just an awesome history here with racing all the way around. And David says, and I can remember it, that they were 4 deep all the way around that corner there watching races there, and the stands were full, but pari-mutuel's kind of gone away for a while. But we love it. I know your family loves it. We wanted to get that local flavor up here. I got in fact, I'm going to have Coach Hoots up here in a little bit because
awesome.
the fact is I've seen him here for 2 days and his boys around here for 2 days, and I want to know what got him into harness racing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, that's kind of a crazy question. Bring it full circle. So yesterday we were out on the Midway, and Sarah came up to me and she said, hey, explain to me how your family plays that card game. So for the last couple years, the Hoots family would sit behind us, and they would always come down, and we would be running multiple rings of those cards.
Okay.
So Sarah said yesterday, she said, hey, tell us how you play that card game. So we kind of walked through that, and she said, hey, our family and the Scrantons are going to be here, and we're going to run a card game of our own. So it's just neat to see that, and I mean, so fun to watch and just get your adrenaline pumping when your horses are, your horses are competing for the win, and it's just something easy to get into. My kids are loving it. So
who's your favorite driver?
Today it's Wyatt Avenatti.
Well, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And if you don't know it, he won most of the money here last year. If he wasn't your favorite driver last year, he's got to be this year coming in. I like his brother Matt as a pair. But we got young, up-and-coming guys in this sport, Lance, that are 18, 20 years old. You saw the Prather boys yesterday. Connor's going to be a great driver. Cole's a good driver. Then you've got the part of that whole Patton clan in Jaquavian Carter and Quajavian Carter in there. That's a whole part of the Jamaica Patton group.
That's awesome.
And tons of drivers under the age of like 35.
And it's neat to see that because, even just talking to Ed Teefy and talking to his sons, Illinois harness racing, it needs a little rejuvenation, right? We need that. So it's awesome to hear that. It's awesome to see young people getting involved.
And we need the track indicator. Can you imagine taking your it wouldn't be as much a family atmosphere, but over in Decatur, what they would like to do is build a track over there, a parimutuel track.
Yeah.
And so Illinois horses being able to race Illinois, we're seeing a lot of our older horses racing in Indiana and Kentucky.
Okay.
Rather than a place to race here.
Yep.
And I've talked about this all year long. Hawthorne is not a place to go watch if you want to go watch a race. If you and Renee want to take off and do an adult family trip, Hoosier Park in Indiana is a good park to go to. Oak Grove down in Kentucky is a good one to go to.
Yep, and maybe this is an answer that you can provide when we're not on here, but I would love to know kind of what the hang-up is, and if you can share that, that's awesome.
Sure,
if it's a longer
we can
story.
do that. I'm going to go to commercial here in a minute. We got to get some business in here to pay the bills.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks
all
again,
right.
Steve.
And you can keep that on, and we can.
Okay.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email avenattiracing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Okay. As we get going here, David, you can do the rundown, and we may.
Am I doing picks?
Do the rundown real quick, and you can do your picks at the same time if you would.
6 rundown?
Yeah, 6 rundown.
Did I get it?
Oh no.
Here we go.
7. 7. We're
the
racing.
7, the post parade?
Yep.
Sure. This is the third division of 2-year-old Philly Pacers and Downstate Classic. The 1 is Variant, owned by Bart Seals of Mason, Illinois. Trained by Freddie Patton, Junior Hall of Famer, driven by his son Jordan Patton. The 2 is Captain Ruthie, owned by Michael Summers of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Roshan Trigg of Brandon, Mississippi, trained by Roshan, trained by Fat Man Jaquavian Carter. The 3 is Super Sage, owned by Stevana Turner of Argenta, trained by John Fletcher. Make that driver Wyatt Avanetti. And the 4 is Trevor's Red Hot Girl, owned by Donna Krebs of Cantrell, David Johns of Trivoli, Mike Brink of Springfield, trained by Mike Brink. I think we got Mike driving, right? Mike is in the bike. And the 5 is Fox Valley Tamara, owned by Ivan Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana, Chad Engel of Wright City, Missouri, Jade Hadfield of West Haven, Utah. Tom Simmons trains. Make that driver Casey Leonard.
All right, your rundown. Basically,
quick.
you and Lisa are the same, and you and Charlie are
We
pretty
all
close.
went 1-5-2 in some combination or thereof. So we'll see what happens between Variant, Fox Valley Tamara, and Captain's Ruthie. I think I'm caught up.
Yep. We'll turn him back up here so we can at least hear what he's going.
His father, Terry, grandfather, Bud, were very, very active. His dad's still a top trainer here in the state of Illinois. His father, Terry, went into the Illinois Harness Horsemen's Hall of Fame this past winter. Variant, Captain Ruthie, Super Sage, Trevor's Red Hot Girl, and the Casey Leonard driven Fox Valley Tamara. In behind the gate, race number 7. Here they come. They're often pacing a great start by 5 good Illinois-bred 2-year-old pacing fillies. They're 5 across the racetrack, racing into the first turn. Variant on the inside, put in a bad step, and driving up and taking over now as they round that first turn is Captain Ruthie. Captain Ruthie by a length. Variant is there second. Here comes Casey with Fox Valley Tamara. And Fox Valley Tamara drives up on the outside and takes over for Casey Leonard as they move past the quarter-mile marker. Captain Ruthie's back there second. Variant is racing third. Super Sage is fourth. And Trevor's Red Hot Girl is fifth off the quarter in 31 seconds flat. Now Casey will try to get a little breather here off that first quarter in 31 seconds. They move past the 3/8 mile marker. It's Fox Valley Tamara, the Some Star Somewhere filly, leading by a length and a half. Racing second. There on the inside is Captain Ruthie. Variant is back there third. Super Sage is moving up on the outside, was fourth, now third. A half in 103 and 2, and there was a big break there. Big breather in the second quarter. We race over to the 5/8. The pace will quicken a bit now. Fox Valley Tamara on the inside by a neck. Super Sage is parked out there second. Captain Ruthie along the inside third. Variant is back there fourth. And Trevor's Red Hot Girl as we race towards that final quarter of a mile. They race there, and on the outside, Super Sage has a head in front. 3/4 and 134 flat. The pace so quick, and now they're 3 across the racetrack. That's Variant flying up 3 wide on the outside. It's Fox Valley Tamara on the inside. Here comes Variant. Variant making up a lot of ground, and they're flying now, folks. Fox Valley Tamara with the lead. Variant coming on. Fox Valley Tamara. Variant flying on the outside. That's a photo finish. Very close. Fox Valley Tamara on the inside. Variant on the outside. We'll wait for the photo. 2:02 flat. Half mile was in 2:02 the last quarter and 28 seconds flat. Last half in 58 and 3/5. Half in 58 and 3. Last quarter in 28 seconds.
What a great race. We're waiting for the photo department to split that one. I'm trying to rewind the video here between Variant and Fox Valley Tamara, however you say that name. Either way, a great race, a fast last quarter. We came ripping last home in 28 seconds flat over this half mile here in Mount Sterling. So either way, congratulations to both connections of Variant and Fox Valley Tamara. We'll see what this photo dictates and who wins this
thing.
Can
you give me the rundown of the rest of the field there? Is that possible?
Let's see what I got here. 2 was third. The 3 was fourth.
Well, Emma Schrock is our photo finish gal, and she does an excellent job.
Means the 4 was in.
And we got a very good picture here. I would have called it wrong. I thought Fox Valley Tamara hung on, but Variant by a nose. Variant.
Oh, David, I didn't make that. I mean, we're on the air, but oh no!
I was rewinding over here.
No.
I had a good feeling.
I think the photo finish was wrong.
TP said it was a good view.
Money and Joanne O'Connor Memorial. Dane Fluster, Buddy,
goodness
Joanne's
gracious.
grandson, his wife Candace, and grandchildren come drive.
We've got a broadcast booth protest
for the O'Connor Memorial.
Oh, goodness gracious. My one time to get back in things, and everybody's going to score the winner on that.
Excellent drive here by Jordan Patton. He came flying down the home stretch with the last quarter in 28 seconds. Last half in 58 and 3/5. And there's Hall of Famer, folks, Freddie Patton Jr. down there walking along with his son, Jordan. Let's give Freddie Patton Jr. He's been coming to the Brown County Fair for 25 years. My good friend, Hall of Famer Freddie Patton Jr. With his son, Jordan Patton, down there. What a nice win here with Bart Seals' Variant, a 2-year-old daughter of Fort Knox from Village Mirage by Western Hanover. Bred by Bart. Bart had a good dialogue, one of the top 2-year-olds last year. He's got a good filly here in Variant. Jordan Patton, Freddie Patton Jr., Variant. Heads up, heads up. Great job there, Freddie. Yeah, great job, Freddie. That's one reason he's a Hall of Famer. Got to be awful careful, folks, with these horses warming up. The O'Connor Memorial being presented there by Dane and Candace Flessner to the connections of Variant. Now John's got Jordan Patton.
Jordan, congratulations. Great drive. That horse has been hot all year. You didn't get out on top. You got flushed back a little bit. How are you feeling about halfway down? I guess it was about the half. You're sitting there fourth. Looks like you were getting boxed in. How are you feeling about that point?
Oh, I was chill. She's a back-end horse, so keeping her off the pace is how she raced.
Oh, that's good to hear. So you hit 3/4. How confident were you that you could take over Casey there and get on top?
My dad, I hate it if I say this, but I was 100% confident. I never used the whip on her.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations, Jordan. Great drive.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again soon.
Great race, great drive there by Jordan Patton for his Hall of Fame father, Freddie Patton Jr. Results of race 7 official. Number 1, Variant, the winner. Number 2, Captain Ruthie was third. Number 3, Super Sage was fourth. Number 4, Trevor's Red Hot Girl was fifth. And number 5, Fox Valley Tamara finished second. First quarter was in 31 seconds. The half in 1:03 and 2/5. 3/4 in 1:34. The mile 2:02 flat. Race 7 checks from the top. 1, 3, 4, 5, 2 on the bottom. 2:02 for the mile with the last quarter in 28 seconds. A last half in 58 and 3/5. In the upcoming race number 8, number 4, Ding Dong, will be driven by Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers will drive the 4 in the upcoming 8th race.
Yoder Custom Woodworking was started in 1995 by the Yoder family as a retail Amish furniture store in Sullivan, Illinois. They offer custom kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, built-in office and bathroom cabinetry, and offer a wide range of Amish furniture. Their store is located at 1117 West Jackson Street in Sullivan, Illinois, with store hours Tuesday through Friday 9 to 4:30 and Saturday 9 to 3. For more information, contact Yoder Custom Woodworking at 217-728-2166.
Wait, before you go and get your snacks and drinks, make sure to subscribe and like to Harness Tube. If you can't do that, just give us a thumbs up. Alright, to the show.
All right, David. Boy, I didn't like the photo finish on that race.
Object to Emma, or as we affectionately call her now, it's Irma, apparently, is what I heard.
Irma?
Irma.
Okay.
that's the name being thrown around last night around the Irish house. Irma in Dalatina.
Okay, here's the funny story there. Emma Volk, as in Sean's daughter.
Yeah.
Emma, his daughter.
Yeah.
Had a alter personality growing up called Irma. When she was not in a good mood, she was Irma, and when she was in a good mood, it was Emma.
That's awesome.
So the little home story.
The Irma of Emma thing lives on, huh? We want to hear from the backstretch, folks. You've been great in the chat so far today. We appreciate everything. Your comments and stories and shares and pictures, what have you. We've been having a ball. Whoa. Get a overcheck. What's going on there?
Going to see if I can get Coach Hoots to come over because I want to know how
local horse fan, huh?
How he got interested in it. I'm interested in that. And they've been here both days, and Lance said they used to sit behind them. Head baseball coach, the defensive coordinator for the football team.
And I hope the answer is just from the fair here, because I tell you what, every year that we've been here, he's been here early in the car to watch the races, the horses warm up. He's been here late to stay for the pick a winner. I mean, he pays attention and doesn't just eat his nachos. I mean, he's actually following along out there.
Yeah, I mean, if we get a chance before the day's over, we'll get Lance's brother, Eric, because Lance says Eric's the big horse guy in the family.
Oh, good to know. Now I know where to go for my picks, right?
Yeah, and I will probably pick up a few more subscribers out of the Grady family out of that. We want you to do the same. And David and I were talking. We'd love when we're out up in Morrison if we can talk to some local fans up there. That's one of the things we just, for some reason today, we finally thought of.
You know what? You're right. And we brought Brian Lohman up one time, and it was a great idea. Then we get so in our little zone, we forget what we're doing. We got hopefully Ron van der Rostein doing guest selections for Morrison. He said he would agree to do it. I think he's going to be busy that day, so can't make it down to the races. But if he is there, maybe we'll pull him on broadcast. If not, I'm sure I can find a Northern Association horseman who would be willing to talk on the microphone, or maybe an owner, what have you. We can figure out somebody up there for sure.
Yeah, well, it's a nice seeing the local flavor, and usually you and I don't get up in the stands. I like it when we're in the stands.
I like the energy of the excitement when they're coming for home. I like the people walking up to us. I like people watching, all the horse fans, and seeing how they enjoy our sport. What are they paying attention to? What are they excited about? It's a study game for me too, and just to feel the energy of the crowd is so awesome.
Yeah, I got 20 points. I'm in last place, Brady, behind the 3-year-old.
Yeah, Eric, we got Steve talking about his picks over there, but Eric, we got Ron van der Rostein hopefully doing a guest selections at Morrison. He was an icon up at Quad City Downs in the Northern Illinois Colt Association. Won many races. I remember him as blue and white racing colors. Chasing him around for a long time, but
yeah, I mean, just a wonderful atmosphere here today. We've had a good crowd today, just down in the barn area.
I don't know if
pool of people.
If JJ is charging his cousin Jordan to wear that helmet, but Jordan just got that Downstate Classic win wearing JJ's helmet because JJ was warming up wearing Freddie Sr.'s helmet. So I think Jordan may have forgot his at home, and now I think JJ's might be the lucky one, it looks like, after that race.
Yeah, because it looked like Jordan's colors are a little worn, like those are the spare ones. Like those are spare ones.
He went went down in a qualifier at Oak Grove this year and made a joke about his colors looking rough. And I think he's got them kind of sewn back up and wait until the end of the season before he can get a new set ordered. But yeah, you hit the track and it'll do a number on those colors and tear big holes in them. And I think every horseman's had to have someone whip stitch real quick to get the things put back together. But yeah, it's Jordan's white and gray and lime green colors. Yeah, they've hit the track a time or two for sure.
As we get ready to go here.
Eric Plowman's absolutely right. RVD, Ronnie van der Rostein is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He's good, salt to the earth people. He can't play bags very well. Those of you who were at Brown County 2 years ago, we went to the Hop Garden after the races and we're having a few adult beverages. And I think Ronnie will call it a trip over the bags table there, and
maybe he'd had a few more.
Ended up on his keister, but had a good time, and we had all the northern guys down here with Steve Searle, brought down his buddies, and we had a blast that night. We appreciate, Ronnie following us along too.
Well, let's handicap the race 8 here before Ed gets to the
Sure. Well,
post
Charlie
parade.
and I are awfully similar here, so we can go through 1, 2 together. We both went on top to Fox Valley Onassis. This horse has won 4 starts, 1/3 and 5 career starts. Fresh off a win in 2 minutes and 3/5 at Altamont. That's a big mile over that track. Second choice was Captain Better. You got Fat Man from the 2-hole protecting the inside position. This horse is, again, 9 starts, 3 wins, second and 3/3. Ultra consistent here. My third choice, I went to the 4, Ding Dong for Merv Chupp, picking up... Who's driving this?
Mikey Rogers.
That's right, I wrote down wrong. Mikey Rogers is driving this one, not Archie, so we're getting Mikey Rogers for Ed Teefee. This horse was bought at the Illini Classic out of exclusive design. Ed actually bred this horse. Charlie went 1, 2, 5, so he used Onassis, Better, and then Incredible Stevie on the name. You talk about the Stevie name there. He likes Stevie. This horse is 10 starts, 5 wins, 5 seconds. Hasn't been worse than second, so it's hard to say Charlie made a bad pick there.
Well,
obviously you guys use the same horse.
I picked the same, so I'm not going to gain any ground on
Charlie.
I'm in stinking last place here today. It's been a rough picking day,
well, Lisa
guys.
likes Incredible Stevie on top, and then she went to Onassis
well, of
second.
course she's in love with
Captain.
She calls me that all the time, Incredible Stevie.
I bet she does. We'll throw it back to Ed for today's 8th race.
First division in the Downstate Classic Series for 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. One is Fox Valley Onassis, owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur, Brian Lohman of Champaign, Bart Seals of Mason, and the Millers of Sydney. Kevin Miller is the trainer with Wyatt Avenatti driving. 2 is Captain Better on by Taurus Tucker of Brandon, Mississippi. Roshan Trigg trains with Jaquavian Carter. 3 is Mark's Razor Shark, owned by Steve Thompson and Thompson Racing of Virginia and Petersburg. Steve Hufford II is the trainer with Jordan Patton driving. 4 is Ding Dong, owned by Ed Teefee of Mount Sterling. Merv Chubb trains with Mike Rogers. And number 5 is Incredible Stevie, owned by Nan Turner of Argenta. John Fletcher's the trainer with Casey Leonard. 5 Illinois bred 2-year-olds about to go post for a purse of $8,032.
Pebbles, I didn't see the shot whenever you're referring to that, but I'm guessing, was it JJ or somebody over there in the draw get area?
To George Pollock. George Pollock, you won a Brown County Fair t-shirt. And Alan McGahee is our koozie winner. Alan McGahee. Congratulations.
Fox Valley Onassis, a winner of his last 4 in a row, including a 57 win at DeCoin over the mile track there at DeCoin. He was a $27,000 purchase at last year's Walker's yearling sale. Land of Lincoln sale there on the beautiful Walker Farms in Sherman, Illinois. They sell again. Their yearlings will sell on August 30th, on Saturday, August 30th, right there at the Walker Standardbred Farm in Sherman. They stand the leading pacing sire in Illinois, Some Stars Somewhere. Quite a few by him will be selling there on August 30th. 2-year-old Pacers at the head of the stretch, race number 8. Fox Valley Onassis will be trying to make it 5 in a row here. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Fox Valley Onassis on the inside drives out and gets the lead. Casey's on the move with Incredible Stevie from the far outside. And now Incredible Stevie will drive up and get the lead. Incredible Stevie on the outside gets the lead by a neck, a half, 3 parts, and now by a length. Fox Valley Onassis is back there second. Captain Better's pacing third. Mark's Razor Shark is fourth. And Ding Dong is the trailer as the 5 of them go up the backstretch towards that quarter-mile marker. Incredible Stevie leads by a length and a half first quarter in 30 seconds flat. They're zipping right along here. Fox Valley Onassis is still there second. Racing third is Mark's Razor Shark as they go off the 3/8 mile marker. They're in the stretch the first time. And Incredible Stevie leads by 2.5 lengths. Second on the inside, it's Fox Valley Onassis, Captain Better, Mark's Razor Shark, and Ding Dong as they move past the half in a minute flat. Half in 1 minute flat. 1 minute to the half. They race now past the draw gate over to the 3/4 mile marker. It's still Incredible Stevie by 2. Fox Valley Onassis is there a second. Out on the outside. Here comes Fox Valley Onassis looking for that 5th win in a row, and he takes over. Fox Valley Onassis now with the lead by 2.5. Incredible Stevie's back there second. The 3/4 and 1:30 and 4/5 of a second. We're pacing here, some folks. 1:30 and 4, and Fox Valley Onassis is living up to his billing here. He pulls away by 5. Incredible Stevie's back there second. A little bit of a battle for third with Ding Dong coming on here after Mark's Razor Shark, but it's all Fox Valley Onassis. 159 flat for that mile. 159 flat.
Fox Valley Onassis for Kevin Miller and Brian Lohman, Bart Seals, and Alan Miller of Sydney. This horse looks to be for real, folks. That's 6 starts, 5 wins, 1 third place in the first start out back there at Springfield and hasn't been beat since. Congratulations to all the connections of Fox Valley Onassis.
$159 flat in the Henriker Funeral Home sponsored race. Jamie and Tracy Henriker, annually big supporters of the Brown County Fair, have been for many years. Jamie, a past Fair Board member. Your Fair royalty coming trackside again here for the 8th race trophy presentation. Here comes Leanne Shin. Hallie Sefton, our Fair Queen, Junior Miss Marley Cassing, Little Miss Lindy Croxton, Little Mr. Luke Shear. Let's give them a big hand, folks. They're our Fair royalty. They've been with us all week. Haven't missed a horse race even. This is the final event of this 152nd Brown County Fair. Kevin Miller's down there. That's Kevin. He's the leading trainer mostly year in, year out at these Illinois County Fairs. Big trip across the state from Arthur to Mount Sterling, but Kevin's been a big supporter for a long time. And he's got a top colt here, folks, in Fox Valley Onassis. That was a very, very impressive win in 159 flat. He's now won 5 in a row. He's won 5 out of 6. He'll be one of the favorites in the upcoming Illinois State Fair. Good to see Al Brodsky's back with us down there in the blue shirt. Al, a nationally renowned photographer of all kinds of sports, but especially harness racing. He's been featured in Hoofbeats magazine and other national publications. It's great to have Al here recording the Brown County Fair harness racing program. And here's Wyatt Avanetti, our leading driver in this winner's circle with his Some Star Somewhere gelding from Ideal Princess by American Ideal, bred by Fox Valley Standardbreds over at Sherman, owned by Kevin Miller, Brian Lohman, Bart Seals, and the Millers of Arthur, Champagne, Mason, and Sydney. Kevin Miller, the trainer. Wyatt Avanetti with the drive. He's got his family down there. Avanetti's also big supporters of our fair for the last several years. Fox Valley Onassis wins the Henriker Memorial. Jamie's down there with Emily and his granddaughters. Fox Valley Onassis wins the Henriker Funeral Home Trophy and the Downstate Classic for 2-year-old Colt Pacers.
Down here with Wyatt once again. Wyatt, great race. It looked like you were coming down the half. You were actually holding him back a little bit. What'd you feel?
Well, he's a big, strong colt, and me and Kevin were pretty cautious on putting him on the halves at first. We weren't sure how he'd handle the speed around the turns, but he's quickly learning, and going down in this first turn, I just wanted to make sure he was going to be all right.
Yeah, well, you look great, and you look great. Going into the fair, obviously we're seeing you and your brother down here a lot in the winner's circle. When fair time comes around and you have 3 or 4 horses to choose from, how do you go about choosing which horse you're going to race in the big races?
That is the toughest question, I think, for a catch driver. It's just a lot of where they draw and, how they are at the time.
Well, congratulations, Wyatt. We'll see you soon.
All right. We have the winners. Oh.
Okay, we've got Coach Jared Hoots on with us for the Brown County Hornets. He's a head baseball coach, defensive coordinator for the football team. That hasn't changed, correct?
No, has not.
And so we'll ask you to put the mic up closer so we can keep Don kind of out of our mouthpiece here. But seen you here yesterday with harness racing and back today. Have you been a big harness racing fan?
Yeah. Actually, I have started at a young age. My grandpa used to take me to the state fair on Democrats Day. He was a big Democrat in Scott County. He was the county commissioner on that board for, I think, almost 30 years. So the state fair, we would go to the horse races, and as I get older, we'd go to Fairmont. Actually, me and the boys and my wife just went to Fairmont this past Saturday to bet on the harness racing, or the thoroughbreds run, and then last year we went to Kentucky when she was there for the tumbling stuff. We went to Churchill Downs, and we took in some races there. So
okay, so you're doing the thoroughbreds and the standardbreds.
Yes.
Okay, all right. We're just interested because we do all this county fair broadcasting. I don't know if you can do it. We do 25 days of county fair harness racing, so we're getting interested in how fans got started. I love the fact that your dad, your grandpa took you to the fair. We talked to Lance. He got started because his grandfather trained and came, and he said you used to sit down behind him, and he had 2 card games going on at once down there.
We had the card game going on yesterday with my bunch of my boys' friends. They were out there, and it's a quarter, and you draw a card, and it's kind of the luck of the card, and you root for that horse along with the other things. It's just something to keep the young people interested and keep the fair and the horse races alive.
And the one thing that we found out being out here, that you've got, like Devin White, you've got a lot of sports people that are now owners.
Yes.
And Jason Worth is an owner of a thoroughbred that sports people are getting interested in horses. And so what's your attraction other than Grandpa? What keeps you, what do you like about the horse racing?
It's just competition, I mean, and it's that part of trying to pick, you always root for the underdog. You try to look for the underdog. You try to look for that, great athletic horse, just like you look for the great athletes when you're coaching. I just think the competition of it, trying to pick the winner, watching these beautiful animals run, and just like, today, if you're who was it? The Avenettis, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Avenettis,
Avenettis, yes. Or the Casey Leonard. I mean, I don't think I'd bet against them if I was putting real money down today.
I would not bet again. I have, and it's not come up very good. But Wyatt Avenetti, one of the young drivers, 28, 29 years old. And then you saw Jaquavian Carter.
Yes.
He's 20-year-old out here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Connors from, you saw them race yesterday via Prathers.
Yep.
And Connor's becoming a great race driver. We got lots of young people in the sport. And I know in any sport, you like that up-and-coming young athlete.
Yeah, to keep that tradition going, I believe, obviously you look at the Leonard, like we had the father-son combination, the winning horse down there, that great ride of the Patton, right? Jamaica Patton, or Jordan Patton, and his dad owned the horse. What greater thing is no different than being able to coach your sons in, any sport, to see them to rise to that occasion or just pass on that passion and that love for harness racing.
Yeah, and the lineage through that Patton farm goes into the Carter boys that are on here and several other families that are out here that's become a family thing. They drive, they train, and the great part about harness racing, if you're interested in harness racing, you can go right out here to the barn, talk to Doug Bowen, and if you want to work in the barn, we've had some Brown County boys that have been on your sports teams.
Oh, yeah.
That their summer job's been working out here in the barn.
Oh yeah, I know. Grant DeWitt comes to mind. I saw him yesterday. He was out here and all that. The Bowen, Brent combination, Ed Teefy. All those guys have a great Leonards in horse racing, and if somebody's interested in Brown County, it won't be hard to find somebody to go talk to.
Well, we're glad that you're out here supporting harness racing. We'll have you tune in to Harness Tube. You can have watch parties at your house. If you go to Harness Tube and check out whatever races are, you can do what you're doing here.
Yeah, we have the quarter games at home,
Yeah, we're in Morrison the middle of the month on a Saturday, and then we're going to head to Pana for Labor Day weekend. Something else I'll throw into you, if you've never done it, Ed Teefy's Illini horse sale is an interesting thing Labor Day, just to go see these horses sell, and you try to figure out how much the horse is going to go for.
Yeah, that'd be something interesting, that's for sure.
But tell us, what's the Brown County football team look like this year?
Oh, I think we're going to have a good year. We know we return a lot. We have large numbers. I think this is probably going to be our, I would say, biggest size-wise team we've had in a while. We got some boys that are beyond the offensive and defensive line that are pretty good-sized young men, and I think we have a lot of depth that was going to help. Unfortunately, numbers are dwindling in small class football and football, around the high school, and I think our size and our numbers will help us this year. And we got a good group of older kids, mix them with younger kids, and good things are going to happen.
Well, that's great. We look forward to getting back into BC Hornet Sports. I looked at the calendar, and girls junior high softball starts Wednesday.
Yep, my boys start practice tomorrow. So.
We're going to be back into things real quick, but we're glad that you like harness racing. I love hearing about the fact that your grandpa took you, and that's something that stuck with you. And we tell people that all the time. If you take your kids to the fair and get them interested, I don't care what event it is, it's a memory that lasts a lifetime, and I guess it has with you.
It has. It's one of those things with all the technology today where people can, be on their phones or play games on their phones. Like, they won't remember winning that Clash Royale game on a Wednesday, but they'll remember, grandpa, uncle, brother taking them to the harness races, fishing, and all the outdoor stuff that we enjoyed as a kid.
Yep. We want to thank you for coming on.
All right. Well, I appreciate what you do.
Whoops. All right. Thank you.
Make plans now to attend the 27th Annual Illini Classic Yearling Sale, which takes place on Labor Day at the Illinois State Fairgrounds in Springfield. Once again this year, the catalog will offer not only a strong lineup of Illinois-conceived and foaled yearlings, but also an excellent supporting cast of colts and fillies eligible to other state-bred programs in the Midwest and on the Eastern Seaboard. It's the Illini Classic Yearling Sale, Monday, September 1st, beginning at 11 a.m. Central.
So Tony Mathena this time leads the horses postward. Number 1 is Illini Game Day, owned by Kevin and Keith Miller and Andrew Miller of Arthur and Sydney. Kevin trains with Wyatt Avanetti. 2 is Drill Baby Drill, owned by Ken Schrock of Arthur, Lester Detweiler of Sullivan, Dave Schrock of Humboldt. Marcus Detweiler is the trainer driver. 3 is Blitz Package, owned by Frank Thigpen of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Roshan Trigg trains with Jaquavian Carter. Number 4 is Mighty Engine, owned by John Cransican Jr. of Streeter. Nick Prather trains. Connor Prather will drive. And 5, He Is Risen Indeed, owned by Benita Simmons of Springfield, Jim Cravens of Buffalo. Tom Simmons is the trainer with Casey Leonard.
Sorry, Dad, I was a little late to the game. I'll give you a winner in this one. I don't know if you're keeping track. I think I'm running at about 10% of picking winners, so I'm not sure it really matters what I say here, but I do like number 1, Illini Game Day, driven again by Wyatt Avanetti. Wyatt's having a big day. This horse has won 7 of its 12 races this year, a winner of over $17,000. Am I buzzing? I'm also a little intrigued by the 4-horse Mighty Engine. Only 3 starts, but he's won 2 of them. Second, its last outing in 203 and 4, but won in 158 flat into coin in his race before that. So take a look at number 4, but I'm going to go with number 1, and I think we'll be seeing Wyatt down here again.
Five starters, all 5 will be on the gate. Brown County State Bank, the race sponsor, they're at the gate and the gate's on the move. Eighth away. Here they come. They're off and pacing. A good start here again. Illini Game Day down on the inside. There goes Connor Prather with Mighty Engine. Mighty Engine drives out and takes the lead. Mighty Engine with the lead. Blitz Package is out there second. Illini Game Day is racing third. Drill Baby Drill is back there fourth. Off stride goes Blitz Package. Blitz Package, the 3 has made a break. As they head up the backstretch, they race towards the quarter-mile marker. It's Mighty Engine by 2. Illini Game Day is racing along there second. Racing third is Drill Baby Drill. And then we've got He Is Risen Indeed. The quarter was in 32 seconds flat, 32 seconds flat. Blitz Package is back pacing but trailing now as they move over to the 3/8 mile marker. Connor Prather, Mighty Engine, a length and a quarter into the lead as they race towards that half-mile marker. It's still Mighty Engine, the Stevensville gelding, leading by 2. Illini Game Day still there second. Drill Baby Drill is back there third. He Is Risen Indeed is fourth. And it's racing fifth is a Blitz Package off the half in 103, 1/5 of a second. 103, 1/5. Mighty Engine by a length and a half. Illini Game Day still right there second. Drill Baby Drill is back there third. He Is Risen. And a Blitz Package as we now race into that final turn. Up on the outside comes Illini Game Day for the challenge. But Connor just shifted gears with Mighty Engine. 3/4 and 134 and 3. We've got 3 in contention as Drill Baby Drill comes up the inside to be a little closer there. Up front it's Mighty Engine. 21-year-old Connor Prather has them by 2. On the outside, Illini Game Day. On the inside, Drill Baby Drill. But Mighty Engine is the best today. Mighty Engine, Connor Prather, they win it by 3 over Drill Baby Drill and Illini Game Day. That mile was in 2:02 and 2. Last quarter was in 27 and 4/5 of a second. Cole Prather coming trackside here with Missy. John Transican Jr.'s Mighty Engine 2:02.2 with the last quarter and a remarkable 27 and 4/5 of a second. Two-year-old gelded son of Stevensville from Tame the Dame by Bettor's Delight. Bred by Jeff Davis's Dandy Farms and Fort Apache Racing. Now a three-time winner in 4 starts. He was a $5,500 purchase at last year's Illini Classic. Big win here with a big last quarter for Connor Prather. Grew up over here at Rushville, just 21 years old. Picked up his 10th win of his young career. Alan McGahee down there with Missy and John Transican. Again, Leanne Shin with the trophy presentation, along with our fair royalty. John, you can catch driver Connor Prather there, maybe. Mighty Engine, last quarter in 27 and 4.
Down here with Connor, the winner of the 9th race on Mighty Engine.
Hey,
Connor,
John,
this horse has won 3 of its first 4 races. Tell us a little bit about this horse.
He's a very, very nice horse. He's trained down pretty good from the beginning. He kind of does it real easy, and hoping to see more and more out of him.
Now in that race, you know, every drive is a little different strategically. You decided to get on top as quick as you can, which is sometimes tough in these small half-mile tracks when you got that turn coming at you quick. What's your decision-making behind the gate? Do you know you're going to go to the top, or does it just kind of play that by ear?
In this race, I knew that horse. He loves to leave the gate quite a bit, so I didn't want to fight him behind it. Just let him do his thing and run his race.
And then once you get on top, work pretty hard going to that first turn. Are you keeping track of your fractions as the quarter mile, or tell us a little bit about how you strategically do that?
Yeah, you kind of try to feel how fast you're going. You don't want to go too fast, and you don't want to go too slow. So.
Great. Well, congratulations, Connor. Great drive. Congratulations to Mighty Engine.
Results of race 9 now official. Number 1, Illini Game Day finished 3rd. Number 2, Drill Baby Drill was 2nd. Number 3, Blitz Package was 4th. Number 4, Mighty Engine the winner. And number 5, He Is Risen Indeed finished 5th. First quarter was in 32 seconds. The half in 1:03 and 1/5. 3 quarters in 1:34 and 3/5. The mile 2:02 2/5 of a second. With a remarkable last quarter, 27 and 4/5. Race 9 checks from the top, 3-2-4, 1-5 on the bottom. 2:02.2 for the pacing mile. That concludes the line.
All right, David, we'll talk here for a moment before we go to commercial.
The final Downstate Classic, and we've talked about it all season, Steve, but the final Downstate Classic was won by a 21-year-old driver and young Marcus Detweiler finishing second. So that speaks to the future. High-class race in the Downstate Classic. We got a 21-year-old and a 20-year-old winning and finishing second. So the future looks bright in Illinois. I hate people don't want to hear to say that, but I'm going to say it because I believe in this state. I believe in the horsemen we have, and I think we can bounce back with stuff like harness tube and figure out ways to promote the sport in the state of Illinois.
Well, and here's the thing about it. If you, folks, I'd like to know what you think of doing those local interviews, just like we did here. I'd like to know if you remember Mr. Flynn as a trainer.
You know, I didn't get to hear the interview, but the fact to get these fans' perspective on the air is fantastic. To let people know that you don't have to be born and bred into it and grow up doing it every day. I mean, the memory in the back of your mind can be relit and it can just take off. I've seen it with Lance. I've seen it with Dane Flessner, Eric Grady as well, obviously.
Yes.
Hoots has been here for 3 years. You know, these people, it's a fun sport. Just give them a reason, give them a way to enjoy it.
Absolutely. And you hear, where did they learn it? They went to the fair with Grandma, to the fair.
It's family
and it's a memory, and Hoots is here and Lance is here sharing that same memory
with their kids,
with his kids.
I see Larry down there. You know, that's Grandpa Grady to some degree. So the same experiences are passed down in a different way in future generations, and we thank our local fans. We thank those generations for keeping those traditions alive, because we see the smiles on these guys' faces when they talk about going and watching the races with their grandpa or whatever. So we want to get that spark lit for the next generation if we can.
I'm sending a message to get Eric Grady to come up here.
Perfect. You do your thing. We hope to sprinkle in some more of these interviews, local horsemen or local fans, connections that we can get on and talk about, their connection to the sport, whether it be big or small, or their excitement. Or I heard you guys talking about perspective, like a coaching perspective, which I thought was very interesting.
He likes looking at the young drivers, the guys that are coming up, but he looks at the horses as athletes.
They absolutely are.
And he's looking for the potential in horses and so forth.
And that's where I bet, too. I don't want to, on Harness Tube, I just bet that the best horse in the race. But if I'm betting my own money, I want to get that value, potential. Who has better than what they show on the card? I think as a coach, he's always trying to get the most out of his athletes.
I'm going to do a commercial real quick so we can talk
Start
to
loading
Eric.
up, and I'll get passed off that way. Perfect.
'24 Illinois County Fair Training Champion. Kev Miller's horses are built to win, and it all starts here. Ready to join a winning team? Call Kev at 217-254-0170 or send a message to the email address on the screen to learn more. Kev Miller Stables. Train to win.
Eric Grady, how are you doing today, bud?
Good, doing well.
Doing good. Hey, I have been coming to racing for years, and the Grady family has been down there, I think, in the same spot every year I've ever been here. You guys kind of like harness racing, don't you?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Your brother says you're the betting guru. You're the guy that knows more about it than he does.
Yeah.
And number one, I want to tell you that your brother admitted that you were smarter.
Well, that's good.
In something, okay?
At least in one thing. Yeah, I love harness racing. We've been coming years and years. My dream one day is to own one.
Well,
at least one.
Tell you what, David Brink and I can set you up with the people for that. We know some people.
Yeah.
And Lance didn't know this. We've been doing this for 3 years. We're up to about 25 harness races a year on Harness Tube. You guys can have these watch parties all summer long with county fairs.
Oh, I watched them all summer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Your brother didn't know that much about it. So what have you thought about so far?
Love it. He thinks I'm in my office working, and I'm actually probably a very good chance that I'm watching harness racing.
All right. Well, we have a blast doing it, going to the county fairs and getting to know these guys. He was saying your grandpa got you into this?
Yeah, yep. So he used to be around horses and harness racing, and yeah, that's how it all started. And just talking to Ed Teefee and guys like that, and just the love of harness racing has grown. I go to the state fair every year for the championships, and yeah, one day I'll have one.
Talk to Coach Hoots. It happens that Coach Grady here does the offense. Coach Hoots does the defense for the Brown County Hornets. We're getting ready to go for the season. I hear the biggest line that you've ever had.
Yeah, if not the biggest, it would be second. But yeah, I think it's going to be a big line. We've got a ton of athletes, so we just got to find how they all fit.
Okay, my question to you, you're out there. I notice you make lots of notes on your sheets. You're looking at the sheets. What are you looking for in a horse to pick a horse?
Well, a lot of different things. Lineage, number one. I'm all about the lineage. But then number two, just seeing who the comparables, it's a big difference between a half-mile track and a mile track. So just seeing how different horses run on a half-mile track and how they can navigate the smaller track.
Yeah, who's your favorite driver?
Probably Wyatt Avenatti, as far as the harness or the county fair circuit. I think he does a really good job.
Who do you like at the state fair circuit and the larger track circuit?
Well, nationally, I've been very intrigued by the Ron Burke stable. He doesn't drive them, obviously, but training, just the massive operation that he's got, and how he keeps it all straight is just fascinating to me.
So what tracks do you watch online?
If I'm not watching Illinois County Fairs, it's stuff on the East Coast, Meadowlands, some of the big dollar races out east.
All right. Yeah, Wyatt Avenatti is that up-and-coming driver, and I know from an athlete standpoint, you look at this too. We got a lot of young, good drivers. Yeah. Connor Prather, one of those people, and he's a local guy.
Yeah, and it's cool, in Illinois, some of the laws and
somebody's sheet.
Oh, that's all right. That was mine. Some of the bills that we're trying to get passed in Illinois to grow the sport. It's nice to see younger drivers, younger trainers, because they're going to be the future of the sport, and they're going to be the ones that keep it going or get it back going. It's nice to see younger guys getting involved.
And people don't understand the trickle effect there, coming from the farmer providing bales of feed, bringing feed, the vets, all the ancillary businesses that are going to grow with that. Absolutely. If we get that track.
Absolutely, and the normal everyday people, they don't understand the importance of those bills. And if you're just a casual harness racing fan, it's a big thing to support, and we've got to do something to keep up.
Absolutely. And the thing I noticed, I went over to Hoosier Park, Lisa and I did recently, is that we don't have a place for what I call the 3-year-olds and older, that open class.
Yeah.
And those horses are being shipped to other states.
Yep.
And it's not that we have the inferior breeding. We got good breeding in Illinois. We just need to keep our horses in Illinois and keep all that money
100%,
in Illinois.
100%.
And here's the thing. The guy wanting to build the track doesn't want a dime from the state of Illinois.
And, how many, you look at professional sports, anybody that builds anything wants all sorts of money from the
all
state.
He wants is a license and the okay to go do it.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, but I'm glad you are really up to speed on things. I tell you what, I wish that we'd had you on earlier. I'll get you on with David next time, because you're probably a little more educated on the whole harness racing thing than even I am, and you and David can banter back and forth.
All right.
We're getting ready to race here, so I'm going to turn it back over to Ed. Thanks a lot, Eric.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
I was losing to a 3-year-old. Troy's Barker's, should say Doug's son, picked his horses as a guest picker today. And I was losing to him.
His favorite with over $31,000 earned in each career. He's older than Rushville.
There's also a lot of he picked the number 1 horse to win in 10 straight races.
Wow. That's good. That's impressive.
The other day, number 1 won 7 out of 10 races.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
They're at the head of the stretch.
You going to the car?
You should have talked with him. Why?
He knew a lot.
He'll start picking up speed now.
Here they come. And they're off and pacing on the inside. Diane LL Dream with Cole Prather. Drives out and gets the lead. Brendan Potts is away second with some red hot star. Fun King is their third. Racing fourth is Annie. And Dreamin' of Being Great is the trailer as they head up the backstretch here the first time. The fresh cut filly, the 3-year-old filly, Diane LL Dream, leads by a comfortable length and a half over some red hot star. She's their second. Rolling up on the outside now third and moving towards the leaders here is Annie off a slow quarter at 33.2. So on the inside is Diane LL Dream, and Annie is right there second as they move past the 3/8 and hit the head of the stretch. Some red hot star is now back there third. And here comes Fun King fourth as we race towards the half. It's Diane LL Dream on the inside. Annie on the outside is there second. Fun King moves up to be third on the outside. Some red hot star is back there fourth. And Dreamin' of Being Great is the trailer. And they're off the half in 104 and 3/5 of a second. 104 and 3 as they head up the backstretch. Off the 5/8, it's Diane LL Dream on the inside. Annie is right there second. Fun King comes up with cover third on the outside. Some red hot star is back there fourth. And Dreamin' of Being Great starting to move from fifth. They're 3 wide going into that final turn. 3/4 and 136 on the inside. Diane LL Dream on the outside. Fun King coming on now with a 1/8 of a mile to go. It's Diane LL Dream along the inside. Fun King on the outside. Annie going way wide, but Fun King has made the front. Fun King and Wyatt Avenetti's going to get another win. Fun King wins it by about 3. Diane LL Dream was home second, and Annie. I was in 2:04.3. Last quarter in 28.3. Last half in a minute. Fun King picks up win number 8 this year. Eagle Valley Bank, the race sponsor. Your fair royalty loyally there again in victory lane for the trophy presentation. Tanner Saltzgiver from all the way down in Dewey, Illinois, is the owner-trainer of Fun King. He's a courtly choice gelding, just 3, bred by Maryland's Winback Farm from a northern luck mare. 8 wins and 22 lifetime starts now. Good to have Tanner Saltzgaver and his family here at the Brown County Fair. And even better to see him in the winner's circle with our leading driver, Wyatt Avenatti. Wyatt's a winner of over 80 races just this year. Fun King wins the Eagle Valley Bank Trophy here, being presented by our fair royalty to the Saltzgavers from Dewey, Illinois. Sherry Fraley down there taking a picture. Remember, any of these winner circle photos that you'd like, see Sherry Fraley in the blue down there. Excellent photographer. It's good to have Sherry here at the Brown County Fair. Big hand, folks, for Wyatt Avenatti. He picks up another driving win here. Results of race 10 official. Number 1, Diane LL Dream was second. Number 2, Annie finished third. 3, Some Red Hot Star was fifth. Number 4, Fun King, the winner. Number 5, Dreamin' of Being Great finished fourth. First quarter was in 33-2, the half in 104.3. 3/4 in 136. The mile was in 204 3/5. Race 10 from the top, 2:35.14 on the bottom. Last quarter in 28-3. The mile 204 3/5. Coming up next, race number 11, second division of the 2- and 3-year-old open pace, sponsored by Mount Sterling Implement Company. The 3 has been scratched. In race 11, scratched the 3 to Kara's Fire.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts, if you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out kerrauction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Bring us back up. I've been off the air. You guys have been having some good interviews up here. Sounds like. I like to hear that.
Eric Grady, more in your class. I mean, he said he thinks Lance thinks he's in his office working, and he's back there watching harness racing on the East Coast, and he watches his harness too.
I love it. We're going to have to get him some picks and get him picking next year for sure, you know.
Yeah, we might get him as a guest picker next year.
We'll get him on the maybe get guest broadcaster throwing another board in a
there we go.
headset and let him film as much as he wants.
Well, we can do that. We got room here.
See, good ideas are flowing today, Steve.
Yeah, and it's at home. We're comfortable. You know people. I know people. We could spend a lot of pre-show and go on the air an hour early and spend a lot of time talking with people.
Absolutely, and the whole idea is about making fans and retaining fans. And I just want to throw out there, Tanner Saltzgaver won that last race, a nice young horseman from over in the Urbana area. Good to see his wife and daughter make the travel across the state over here to the west side of the state in the winner's circle today. And if you notice there, they threw the little daughter up on Wyatt's lap to go back and catch that ride back to the barn.
Yeah.
That winner's circle ride will make more memories and more fans. I tell you what, the kids love that ride.
Absolutely. And I look at the youngsters down here. The Teefy youngsters are here.
Having a blast.
Yeah.
All the grandkids are having a good time.
Been up to the booth a couple of times to be with Grandpa. And,
I might have seen one of them shoving some money in their pocket as they were leaving the judges' stand earlier, so that might have been part of it. But some little snack money.
That never hurts.
No, not at all. But we're glad they're here.
I want an ice cream cone. Go see Grandpa. I mean, that's my favorite thing. Go see Grandpa. Hey,
that's what Grandpas are good for.
Grandpas are a pushover.
They are, absolutely. And usually have a pocket full of money for the kids, right?
Well, if Lisa's giving me my allowance.
Depends on what time of the week it is.
Yeah, absolutely. But, we've thinned down. here at the racetrack. We got 2 races,
Yeah,
but
I tell you
again, a
what,
good
though,
crowd today.
All Downstate Classic card, we were averaging like 150 concurrent people or concurrent devices watching Harness Tube. That's 150 people that would have been in the grandstand or over on the fence there.
That's more than that because it's devices.
I know. And we dropped to about 120 after we got off the Downstate card, which is still a fantastic number. So we know the fans are here, the fans are watching, the fans are out there, folks. We just got to meet them where they want to be, and that is online, it seems like.
Absolutely. We just need to be there. We need to make people aware. I was going back to Eric Grady. He's up on the legislation.
That's amazing.
The
fact that he's interested in it and following it, I mean, that tells you, the legislators they believe in this. There's some procedural things happening preventing us from moving forward, but if you talk to your legislator, let them know how much you support horse racing in that Decatur Downs bill to open up the 35-mile rule and give us a track outside those townships. We want a track built as soon as we can. We're ready to go. We're so ready to go.
Absolutely. The other thing Eric said is he'd like to, in the future, be in ownership. I told him I thought you and I knew some people that we could hook him up with.
And I promise, if someone like Eric, we could get him in the game reasonable with a predictable billing system, so you're not caught off guard with bills you don't quite understand. He might be knowledgeable enough to want to get the detailed bills and try to stake some horses to some big races or whatnot. But whatever level of fan you are, whatever level of owner you want to be, we can get you in for 1% of a horse, 0.5% of a horse, maybe.
I know some guys, I know some gals.
I know some people. We'll say.
Yeah, we know people.
We know people
that can do that. And again, Eric would be a great person for us to get as a guest person on, and he might even go to some of the weekend stuff we have if we put a second broadcasting team.
And I'm really
there.
thinking that would be fantastic. We talk about getting some people in this, adding some fairs, places we can't go. These opportunities are presenting themselves. We have people who might be natural fits for us, and it works out. You've got a good crew of cameramen in your stable, we'll call them. Yep. But this thing could start branching off and doing some double dates and stuff. And David, I'm thankful and I'm blessed. We talked about it before, but you guys coming along and helping us, and the reception we've gotten from the fairs and from the horsemen and from the fans, and can't thank you enough.
An interesting thing talking with Eric. One of the things that I asked him about is how he picked his horses, and he said he's big on lineage. And so this
interesting, because that's not something people typically go off of if they're not, versed in the sport. And he knows enough about to know who to watch for.
Yeah, I mean his card's pretty well marked up.
I like it. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I love it. Eric and I are gonna have a lot of good. I'm gonna have to just go over there and talk some insurance in quotations and spend some time in the
harness racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you found your local harness race geek that doesn't.
I used to go over when John Teefy was at the Department of Ag as the counsel over there, general counsel over there. I would take trainings once a month in their building, and I would always swing in John's office, and we'd look up the results of whatever his dad was racing that week and talk about it, So it's just those people whose lives get busy, and it's a busy sport to follow, but they have an interest, and they want to figure out how much they can get into it and how much they can follow it, and they're out there, folks.
Let's handicap.
Oh, real quick. Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Today, no, you're good. Today's 11th race. I went 5-3-4 using Fox Valley Grit on top. This is Connor Prather's horse, 1-2 starts back at DeCoin, using 54-2, nice mile by a neck. My second choice was a 3, which is a scratch, so toss that one. I'll take the 4, Doc Star, as my second choice for Wyatt and Dave Brooks. Let's see, young Charlie Butch went 2-5-4. He likes Hello Trevor on top. He's using Fox Valley Grit second and Doc Star third. Interesting note here, little Charlie's using Hello Trevor. That was a horse that Ed Teefy bred, so little connection on that one. Where are the Surratts at?
Well, I was at 5-3-2, so it'll be 5-2 and then blank for me because of the scratch of the 3. That kind of changes things a
Pick
little.
Somebody else you want.
Well, you do the same. Lisa picked 4-5-3, and so I don't know. We're all 3.
I'll throw it back to Ed. I'm going to say Kurt.
Of Galesburg. Justin is the trainer driver. 2, Hello Trevor, owned by Carol Cox of Huntsville. Mike Rogers trains and drives. 3's been scratched. Number 4 is Doc Star, owned by David and Adam Brooks of Cambridge. David Brooks, the trainer with Wyatt Avanetti. And number 5, Fox Valley Grit, owned by Connor Prather of Springfield. Nick Prather trains, Connor Prather drives.
I want to get up in the chat here if my chat will load. We got one of our local, or one of our horsemen we follow all summer long. H. Finn in the chat says he loves to see Mount Sterling races. There it is. Uncle Dave Fagan and Grandpa Bob Fagan trained out there for years, and we had a Pete and Lucille Fagan Memorial race earlier today. Good to see connections, horsemen from Greenup Newton area connected to the Brown County area. We all fit together in one giant happy family. And I tell you what, that Fagan name is very well respected in the western part of the state. I know a lot of horsemen that I grew up with look to Dave to be a mentor and somebody to send your horses to when they're ready to go to the uptown, the next class, it seemed like. So we think of the Fagans very fondly over here for sure. Oh, I couldn't find the horses. They're behind the tent. That's why I couldn't see them. So, yeah, we should be getting pretty close to today's 11th race. This is the 2- and 3-year-old Open Second Division Mount Sterling Implement Company trophy for a purse of $1,000. I'll throw it back to Ed because I think we're going to the car.
They're at the head of the stretch, race number 11. Here they come. Great start here. Hello, Trevor's away quickly for Mike Rogers. Jets Ranger down on the inside as we race around that first turn. Rolling up on the outside here in the early going is Doc Star. Doc Star's going to drop in there second. It's Hello, Trevor on top as they head up the backstretch. Doc Star is back there second. Jets Ranger is racing third, and Fox Valley Grit. And here comes Fox Valley Grit. Mike Rogers was going to slow him down, and the rest of them said no way. And Connor Prather's flying 3 wide past the quarter-mile marker. We got a battle. 31 seconds flat. We haven't been into the quarter too much. This one a little quicker. 31 seconds, and now Connor's made the top with Fox Valley Grit by a length and a quarter. Doc Star is back there second. Hello, Trevor's racing third, and Jets Ranger. As they move past the 3/8 mile marker, they're in the stretch the first time. Connor Prather looking for another win. The 21-year-old Connor leads with Fox Valley Grit by a length and a quarter. Racing second there is Doc Star. Racing third, Hello Trevor, the half. 1 minute, 2/5 of a second. 1 minute, 2/5 of a second. Fox Valley Grit, the 3-year-old gelded son of Time to Roll, leads him now by a length and a half off that big half. Heading up the backstretch, it's Fox Valley Grit by a length and a quarter. Doc Star and Wyatt Avenatti right there second. Hello Trevor still racing with the leaders third, and Jets Rangers fourth. Past the 3/4, they're in the final turn. Fox Valley Grit, a winner this year at the Coin Over the Mile Track in 54-2. 131-2. As at the 3/4 and 131-2. 1/8 of a mile to go. Fox Valley Grit. Doc Star tips to the outside. The battle's between those two. Fox Valley Grit, Doc Star. Fox Valley Grit still there. Fox Valley Grit, Doc Star coming on. Fox Valley Grit's going to win it. Doc Star was second. Hello Trevor was third. And Jets Ranger.
Fox Valley Grit, too much today for young Connor Prather, who owns and drives this horse for his
2 minutes, 3/5 for the mile. 2 minutes and 3/5.
His father, trainer Nick Prather.
Last half in a minute and a fifth mile. 2 minutes, 3/5.
We haven't needed our iPad today, have we?
So our Fair Queen Hallie Sefton, Marley Cassing, our junior miss, Lindy Croxton, our little miss, and our little mister Luke Shears out there again. They'll be presenting along with Mark Hill and his family. Longtime proprietors of Mount Sterling Implement, the Hills and Mount Sterling Implement, big supporters of the Brown County Fair for many, many years. Alan McGahee down there with Cole and Connor Prather. So Connor Prather picks up another driving win, this time with Fox Valley Grit, who he also owns. Fox Valley Grit is trained by his father, Nick Prather. His mother, Missy's down there with our fair royalty, Alan McGahee and the Hills. 3-year-old son of time to roll from Kimmy by Western Hanover, bred by the Walkers. Fox Valley Standardbreds, 2 minutes, 3/5. Let's give them a big hand, folks. Prathers have been coming in here for many, many years.
Congratulations, Connor. Second time out down here in the winner's circle. Pretty unique race there, taking you 3 wide early on. Walk us through your strategy in that race.
The first thing I thought is, boy, we're not going much whenever we come down the backside there, so I thought if I could catch them sleeping and really come quick, then I could get a chance to get in front and save the ground on the inside.
This horse has been going pretty fast this year. I don't know, scratch, I guess, that last race. Is this your first time driving this horse?
No, I drove him over at Rushville too, and I qualified him once as well.
What are you seeing about this horse? Is this horse going to be racing at the state fair?
He probably will, yeah. I can't say too much about him yet. You really got to make him work. He's kind of a lazy thing, but if you make him do it, he will do it.
Sounds good. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thanks, John, and congratulations to Connor there with another win. Results of race 11 now official. Number 1, Jets Ranger was 4th. Number 2, Hello Trevor was 3rd. The 3 was scratched. Number 4, Doc Star was 2nd, and the 5, Fox Valley Grit, the winner. First quarter was in 31 seconds, the half in 1 minute and 2/5. 3 quarters in 1:31 into the mile, 2 minutes, 3/5. Race 11 checks down, 4-3 scratch, 2-1 on the bottom. 2 minutes, 3/5. Coming up, the final race of
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Okay, David, we're getting ready to close things down, close down the Brown County Fair. One race to go.
Couple notes over here. I love that quote from Connor Prather. He's just kind of lazy, and I think that's about as honest horseman as they can. He owns the horse. He knows it really well. And a funny story, this horse is so calm. I watch on Facebook. Connor will ride this horse trail riding for exercise with his mom. They'll go out and have a nice afternoon just go and trail riding. And he brings this horse, Fox Valley Grit, with him to ride. So this horse is broke to go through anything and be pretty, but he's maybe a little bit lazy, but he got the job done today. He's got enough talent to overcome it. Also in the chat here, we got Delanese saying, Dennis and Delanese with 2D Racing new owners have been watching from home all day. Love watching Harness Tube when we can't make the races. We appreciate you following along and being a fan and watching Brown County at Mount Sterling races. Having a great
Glad
day
to have
here.
new owners in.
New owners are always a good thing. Jody Bennett's in the chat saying, my mom just said it reminds me of something your dad would say when Connor said that horse is lazy, and I think Papa Deck would probably agree with that sentiment. He knew those horses and knew when a horse was just a horse and how to get the most out of them. So appreciate you following along there too, Country Kid. Thanks, Harrison, we appreciate you being in the chat, buddy. And D. Brooker is saying Prather Stables are in the house. Great job, Connor and Cole. Your friends at the Lipstick Pig. So we're on at the bar over in Rushville today, which is always fun. We want to thank everyone over there for tuning in and hope you're picking some Prather boys.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're doing better than we have today. David, 100 points. He's done really well today as far as picks are concerned. That's about 9 points per race for David. He's picked the winner 6 times, in the second place about 5 times, and first and third once there, and he's had 1 trifecta in that mess. I had a nice 3 streak. I've got 4 in a row going that I've at least picked the winner.
Hey, that's how you get
So
points.
it's a big turnaround. Lisa's had a rough day. She had a trifecta that she had with you, and then she got 12 points one time. But she's only 4 points ahead of Charlie, and Charlie's picked a couple of first-place horses. And here's Charlie. Explain Charlie's method for the day, David.
We went and had breakfast
with the 3-year-old.
With the 3-year-old Charlie Butch Bowen. Went and had breakfast with Doug and the Avenetti clan this morning. We had a nice sit-down. And Charlie asked him to be the guest selections today, and he told me he wanted the number 1 horse. I said, well, which race? Every race. He wanted the number 1 horse. So when Doug asked him his picks, we went with the number 1 for most of the races. He switched it up the last couple. He went with the 2. So he's changing up on us a little bit today, but he went with the 1 for most of the races today. And I'll tell you what, I've picked worse. That's for dang sure.
That is absolutely. I mean, we've all done worse.
Going by the grandstand here, I want to give a quick shout-out. Young Marcus Detweiler picking up the catch drive for Chicago, veteran trainer Merv Chupp. Talk about getting chances. I know this isn't a downstate drive or anything, but that's a trainer that usually wouldn't use Marcus. Yeah, and he picks up a guy who he's seen maybe on Harness Tube. He's seen at the state fair a little bit. And so Marcus is getting a chance to show Merv what he can do with this Koa horse.
Yeah, to understand, Harness Tube gets used in a lot of different ways.
And
trainers to look at horses. David Avenetti talked last night about watching his horses and watching them through, different things, how they're going around the crowd, things like that, that he can see. But also,
I was talking with Mike Cox today in the barn, and he said he got home last night from racing here, and before he watched the Hamiltonian race, the big $1 million race, he watched all the races from Harness Tube because this is his homework. He studies other drivers' tendencies, how horses react in different situations. He's a student of the game, always looking and using us as a tool to help him become a better driver. So, a lot of different things.
And a lot of it's how a horse reacts when it's another horse is coming up beside of it.
Yeah.
Because some horses can't handle that.
And they react in different ways. Some get really excited, some get lazy, some get nervous, and you have to be listening to your animal because not only are they going 30 mile an hour, barreling down the track, but they're also a nervous, flighty animal too. So you got to kind of take care of them, protect them, and listen to them.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I've learned more about this year was the earplugs, and I've still not got good enough vision to see when they pop the plugs.
I think I see up in the air.
I see mostly when I see the reaction of the horse, like
Absolutely.
you said.
And at the parimutuel tracks, they use them almost a lot. Most horses use them at the parimutuel tracks, and the guys are so elaborate in their kicks because they do it so often. Really noticeable. Sometimes the county fair guys will just kind of drop a heel and pull the plugs out, and you don't quite catch them doing it. But it's like giving like a shot of nitrous, right? When that horse hears all those stimulation at once, the big loud noises of the hoofs pounding and fans cheering. It's like a shot of adrenaline to the horse, and they can kind of get that extra oomph they need to clear or what have you. Get that.
And we'll go to Ed for the parade here.
He's here for the harness races. Let's give him a big hand, folks. Tori and Corey Mathena. Great job, girls. Really appreciate it. Here's your field now for race number 12, the open pace, the Floyd and Geraldine McCaskill Memorial. Of course, Floyd, the president of the Brown County Fair for many, many years. His son, Ron, carries on that tradition, being the current president of the Brown County Fair. Number 1 is Ashley's Little Angel. LaFlaco family farms in Rochun Trigg. Rochun trains with Quajavian Carter, J.J. Carter. Number 2 is She's Hypnotic, owned by Alyssa and Haley Bender of Hamilton. Kevin Bender, the trainer and driver. 3, Crescent Roller, owned by Catherine Ritzel of St. Jacob. Steve Hufford II trains and now drives. 4 is Super Shark, owned by George Pollock of Rushville. Nick Prather trains, Cole Prather driving. Number 5, Clear Choice DeVee, owned by David and Adam Brooks of Cambridge. David Brooks, the trainer with Wyatt Avanetti. Number 6, Koa, owned by Chupp Racing of Crete. Murph Chupp, the trainer with Marcus Detweiler. Big thank you to all our racing officials. Brad Dye, who for many years worked for the Illinois Racing Board. He's become a permanent fixture here at the Brown County Fair. I think this is Brad's 18th or 19th year judging for us at the Brown County Fair, so thanks to Brad Dye. Randy Callahan has been with us today. He judges at most of the county fairs downstate. It's great to have Randy Callahan with us. Rick Boyd and Brady Schock have been your associate judges and timers. A lot of you know Rick from the Farm Services office. He times and judges at the Schuyler County Fair, and it's great to have him at the Brown County Fair. Emma Schrock's been handling the photo finish duties, her mother. Tina Walker Schrock not only charts, but she's the secretary treasurer of the Illinois Standardbred Association. Roy Finn and Stacy DeRoos from down in the Charleston area have been your starters both days here. I want to thank all the horsemen for all their support to fill the races here for the Downstate Classic and our overnight events at the Brown County Fair. We truly appreciate it, and we've talked about Tom Parker and his track crew who've worked countless hours on the whole fairgrounds, but also here on the racetrack. So thanks to the Fair Board under the direction of Ron McCaskill for making harness racing a key event here. Since 1878 at the Brown County Fair, 1878 this racetrack was first constructed. Back in those days, you had to win 3 heats, so they'd only have 3 or 4 races, but they'd keep bringing the horses back until one particular horse had won 3 times. So sometimes you'd go 7 or 8 heats to have a winner. Race 12, 5 on the gate, Koa in the back tier. They're at the head of the stretch. Here they come. Great start here for the 12th race. Perfect start. Everybody right in position and driving out from the outside. Clear Choice DeVee. And now we've got a little rough gated there as Super Shark was in tight company. He's out there 3 wide. I think everybody's clear now, but it was pretty scary there in the first turn. Clear Choice DeVee has the front. Crescent Roller is racing second. Ashley's Little Angels along the rail third. Koa is racing fourth. She's Hypnotic is fifth. Off the quarter in 30 seconds flat. Then we got Super Shark. 30 seconds off the quarter. They swing past the 3/8 mile marker with Clear Choice DeVee on top here with Wyatt Avanetti. Moving pretty quickly towards the half-mile mark here in our final race. Racing second is Crescent Roller. Racing third, Ashley's Little Angel. Koa is back there fourth. She's Hypnotic is a fifth, a half, and 59 1/5. 59 1. They're over to the draw gate, and a bad step there by the 5 in the close country there. Clear Choice DeVee made a break. That leaves a Crescent Roller on top here. Crescent Roller leads by a length and a quarter. Ashley's Little Angel drives up on the outside. Koa is a little closer, third now. Clear Choice DeVee is back pacing, racing fourth on the outside. Racing fifth is She's Hypnotic and Super Shark. 3/4 and 130 flat. A lot going on in this race. They're all pretty well bunched with an 1/8 of a mile to go. On the inside, it's Crescent Roller. On the outside, Ashley's Little Angel. And way wide, Super Shark has joined the fray, about 5 across the racetrack as they race toward the wire. On the inside, Crescent Roller still there. Between them, here comes Koa. Koa's going to get it. Koa, Marcus Detweiler. Great effort there. Great drive, Koa. 159 and 4. That's unofficial. Judges are going to look at some pictures here, but it looked to me like Koa, Marcus Detweiler, split the Pacers and got the win here in the Floyd and Geraldine McCaskill Memorial. Yeah, Ron and Randy, Gary, Matt, they're all down there, the McCaskill family. Ruth, Chris. McCaskill family has been synonymous with the Brown County Fair for over a half a century. Ron's dad, Floyd, was president of the Fair Board for many, many years. Loved every part of it. And now for the last 10 years or so, Ronnie's been on the Fair Board for 50 years. Been the president for the past 10 or so, and his wife Ruth has been our recording secretary for longer than she wants me to say. But they love the Brown County Fair and lead the Fair Board year in, year out to very successful fairs. So the McCaskill efforts are greatly appreciated. There's Kelly Chupp down there. They came all the way from the Chicago area to be here at the Brown County Fair today, along with Jerry Hansen. We really appreciate that, Merv and Kelly Chupp. Merv is a longtime trainer, races out throughout the whole Midwest with the able assistance of his wife, Kelly, here. And here's the winner of the final race of the 152nd Brown County Fair, Koa, 5-year-old gelded son down by the seaside from not just a pretty face by Jake LaBelle, from a mare that made over $400,000 for the Chupps. Picks up win number 6 in his career. Well handled by Marcus Detweiler here to a win in 159 and 4/5. He wins the Floyd and Geraldine McCaskill Memorial. Let's give them all a big hand. We'll have these results here in a minute or so. There was a pretty tight finish there.
Jody Bennett's in the chat talking about earplugs, Steve. She says back in the 70s, she remembers Mama Deck fashioning a set of earplugs out of Wayne's baby socks.
No issues with the winner.
She said the problem was you couldn't pull them out, though.
There's some inquiries into that race, but no issues with the winner. Official winner, the 6, Koa.
Well, if you chose number 6, you have really good odds for this winning for this race. We only had 8 entries, and we give away 3 prizes, so you've got some really good odds. The winner for race number 12 for the $25
We'll bring us back up real quick while we finish the card and do our post-race festivities. We want to thank all of you for following along. It's always good to be home. We had a great broadcast today. Our fans were engaging and fun, and very forthcoming with their stories and pictures and whatnot, and that's what makes it fun for everybody. The chat is proof of that. You know, thanking us for making it exciting. Well, that's all on you guys for playing along, so we appreciate it. But what an exciting, tight race. Congratulations to Marcus and Merv. I mean, what do you say?
Yeah.
I didn't pick it by any means.
No, none of us picked it, as you can tell by our scores.
Sorry, Merv.
103 points for David. I got 65, Lisa 51, and 3-year-old Charlie got 44 points.
Hey, that's not so bad, Charlie.
No, you only lost to Lisa by 7 points.
Wait, that's like a second and a third place. No, so you have to get a win. But anyway, yeah, it's a close finish for you, Charlie.
So I guess my question is Lisa's pick similar to a 3-year-old's?
Well, we can't say that because she beat me yesterday, so or 2 days ago, whenever it was.
You know, some days they got it. I mean,
some days I do, but Lisa's had fun with us all summer long and had her high moments today. Poor Charlie didn't quite get there, but had fun doing it. I know at breakfast he was all jazzed up eating jelly with a butter knife at breakfast, so she might have been on a sugar high when he made the picks today. But
David, you just extended your lead, 2,318 points for the season. I'm behind. Lisa's in second with 21-14. I am in third with 20-43.
Lisa taking second.
So you extended your lead out. Yeah, Lisa's probably been in second a little while. So.
I can't tell them that. Okay.
And so we got things finishing out here. I don't think there's going to be much of a change on this inquiry. Let's see what happens.
Mike Hendricker. Mike
Hendricker wins. And Nick's dad ends up winning.
Was that 250 or 500?
I didn't know.
JC pulled our second name, which we're very grateful for JC doing this for us. Takes the heat off of us. The second drawing goes to, for $250.
That was $500.
Goes to Kelly Grady.
Grady, hey!
2 Grady interviews and a Grady cash out at the end of the day. How about that?
The Gradys have had a great time at the racetrack today.
I would say so. I think we have some growing fans in the area.
Cash prize, Kathy Clark. Kathy Clark.
How about that?
Hey. See, you can come to the fair and
leave with $500. How about that?
Here's Mike Hendricker coming to collect his cash.
Yeah, there he is down there.
That's better than any bet he could have made all day long.
Oh, yeah, he's way more ahead. We'll pull the MC down while we wait for the finish. I don't think we're going to have much change. I haven't heard. But, again, we just had a blast today. The crowd has been lively. The chat has been full. And we appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank you, Don. We're still waiting for the official results of race 12.
Really?
Should have them momentarily. No problem with the winner. Have the complete results just momentarily.
I still think somebody complained down here in that first turn.
They're interviewing everybody, and they got to get them individual for the interview. And
we'll finish up with some other things while we're waiting on the official there.
That photo lady before we get out of here, too.
All right, I'll close up here, and you go ahead and do that. I'll close up here, wait for Ed. Just to let you know, you can see, well, I'll get it on the screen for you to see. We'll be in Morrison next. We're going to take a couple of weeks off. We'll be there the 16th on a Saturday, 12 o'clock post time for that as we drive up to Morrison a couple hours away from here. And then we'll be in Pana the 30th and the 31st on the Saturday and Sunday of that event. And so we'll be up there for that. And then we invite you, you like the races, you like the horses, go to one of the sales. We're going to the Illini Classic on Labor Day. It'll be something we'll enjoy for the day. But we're waiting for the official finish here of this race. Want to thank everyone for tuning in and being a part of this broadcast. I hope you've enjoyed it and enjoyed the season thus far. This normally would be the end of our broadcasting
season. Results of the 12th race are now official. There's no placings. Number 1, Ashley's Little Angel finished 3rd. Number 2, She's Hypnotic was 6th. Number 3, a Crescent Roller was 2nd. Number 4, Super Shark was 4th. Number 5, Clear Choice DeVee was 5th. Number 6, Koa, the winner. First quarter in 30 seconds. The half in 59 and 1. 3 quarters in 1:30. The mile was 1:59 and 4/5. Race 12, checks from the top, 3:62, 4:5, 1 on the bottom. That mile, 1:59 and 4. On behalf of Ron McCaskill and the Brown County Fair Association, Ed Teefy thanking you for attending the races this year. We appreciate your attendance at the horse races and throughout the week at the fair. We hope to see you back next year for the 153rd Brown County Fair. Have a good evening.
All right, that's it from Harness Tube. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. We'll see you in the winter circle.